Welcome to Mac and Meeka Live, y'all. Happy birthday, Marv. Happy birthday, Tia.
Their birthday day apart or the same day?
No, they're a few days apart.
Oh,
so
okay.
Marvell was like last week. So
happy belated birthday. And Tia is up next.
Tia is in like a couple minutes, I think, right? What's an hour? An hour.
Oh,
Somebody
it's about an hour.
We can't. Welcome back, y'all. It's been a long time. I feel like
It's been like 2 weeks.
I ain't seen y'all forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
How you been?
Good.
You look good. You look scared.
Nah, because I just showed you what happened to me.
You gotta tell everybody what happened. Yeah.
I might as well show their ass eventually. My ass.
Missy cracking the hell up.
His hand in the air with the gun.
It was like
Mac fell off the back of the couch.
No, I was drunk. It was an all-day drinking event. I had to host a tailgate for the UM game. I went to the game. We were drinking at the game because we wasn't winning. Then I went out to like another midday party. Then went to 2 other parties. So the second party at this point is a good 12 hours of me being out drinking. I sat my ass up on the couch up here, just like this. Just like this wall right here. And I leaned back on the wall. It was just a fucking curtain. It wasn't a wall. My ass flipped back.
But
and
wait.
fell. But I have a video.
The video.
Somebody sent me a video today, so I didn't even remember that shit happening.
His ass on the floor.
On the floor, the
couch
cup still like this.
But the cup is up like this.
I didn't even know that shit happened. And then I was with the same people the next day, and nobody ever said nothing. So I said, why the fuck anybody tell me I fell in the club?
That was drunk too.
They said, we didn't remember. They said, now that you say it, I do remember.
I'm mad you had to remind us.
Somebody DM me the video and said, how did you fall?
I'm just glad that you averted like world star. I was gonna say, but they didn't catch the actual fall. That's why
No, they caught me like on the
they
ground.
caught it
Trying to get me
after
up.
the fact. Like everybody trying to get you up, yeah.
And everybody was trying to get me up too. It was a circle around me.
And then they just gave up honestly. Like
The
look,
girl
like,
actually was trying to help. They were like, wait, what's going to do?
it's not
Security back there trying to be like, everybody's trying to get me up the ground. I'm still like this with my cup.
And then they just turn around like Natalie turns around. They all
Just start moving around like things regular.
just smile, act normal.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's what we get because I think we love
I
a
can't
fucking
day drink
couch.
and night drink no more. Fuck that.
No, not even because of that. We just love a fucking couch. Because
Yeah.
when I was at Vel's at Oak Craft Bar, I was at your night, like the first time me and Tia went. And I, of course, first thing I do, I get up on the couch. I sat on the back, But in the center, it's not against the wall. But I'm thinking that it's attached to the ground in some way. And whoever was sitting on the couch, maybe it was him, stood up, the whole shit started rocking. I said, oh, bitch. Stand up. I got nervous. I thought I was going down for sure.
I had so much confidence.
I'm glad you're okay.
Shit, I was so drunk, I didn't even know what happened, so.
But you could have bust your head. Anything could have happened.
Anything.
Yeah. So
I don't know, I feel like when it comes to falling though, I kind of like know how to talk, like, oh shit, I don't know what's going down.
you go back
You know,
and
some people know how to fall. That's why you have like stunt people, because they like know how to fall. I kind of know how to fall.
Okay.
I ain't gonna just fall all crazy.
Well, other than avoiding a concussion after NFL, like, how else was your?
What's funny is they reopened my case. I don't even know y'all did that. So, cause I did the concussion case, and then, later on, y'all probably don't know this, but later on they ordered me twice. Everything got good, and then they just like, nah, we're not giving it to you. After I did everything that you needed to do to qualify,
Yeah.
and they were like, nah. After you put me through everything, well, thanks to like Najee Davenport and a couple other guys, I don't know what they did, but they found out that they grade black people different from white people on that test. So now they have to reopen all the black people's cases who they denied, and you probably gonna get a higher grade or whatever this time. So it's like, they got caught basically. So now they have to now open it back up. They just called me right before I went to Atlanta and told me, it was like, I'm like, what? I just chalked that up like, oh well.
As long as you ain't doing whatever Clinton was doing. What
Nah.
the fuck that boy was thinking? But
yeah, I don't know what he's thinking. It's like, and we got like 100 grand. Like it wasn't even.
It was only 100 grand. I thought it was a million or something.
I don't know.
I didn't read that part. I just heard that like they got a few million, so I'm thinking I would have thought
There was a bunch of them.
that, yeah. Oh,
But the person who got a few million was a person. It was a person who was processing all them too. But I don't know exactly what he got out of it.
Oh, okay.
There was another person who was processing them, so he was getting a lot of kickback. But
I'd be like, can I just get back that money if you didn't spend it? He spent that shit. I seen him on vacation with EJ. I seen him on vacation with EJ.
I did
with
too.
dolphins and shit. Oh, okay,
I thought about all that.
Yeah, I was like, oh. He was going, because I knew EJ wasn't paying for no dude. Right. So I figured he probably paid. But damn, man, I mean, I hope he gets away with as little time as possible, though, because I know that's your boy.
Right.
Because he has his, like, airing, like, on January 6th or something.
He is sentenced.
What's the minimum?
They didn't say the minimum. You know they would say the max. Like, the max is, it makes it sound
scary, yeah.
And then they say, like, oh, yeah, they got me in probation. I don't know, but yeah, I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, hopefully.
And they keep using his face out of everybody.
Yeah, no, they do.
But it's other people
involved. It was giving me flashbacks of the whole Jacoby Jones shit. Oh, sorry.
I'm like, he's the only person that's a part of this, but they keep using his face on all the publications and shit.
What?
It's him, his name.
Yes,
you have to really read the other name.
Well, at least they used his name. Last time when they put my picture, they used somebody else's name. And I'm like, stripper, right. Stripper with Jacoby Jones.
Right. That is funny.
That ain't me. But I'm glad you're back now. I know you're going back soon.
I go back October 1st. They got a concert that will be here on October 15th called Legends of the Streets.
Yeah, shout out to Jeezy, Gucci, Trina.
You can tell they put that
everybody's on there. Like, that sounds like a good ass tour.
Yeah, so the tour is with Trina and Kim, they swap certain dates. So like in Atlanta, Kim is on that tour. Miami and certain other cities, Trina's on. So they have certain dates that they're on.
I don't like that thing because they use everybody's face and you think you get.
Because you want to get, but it says a plus and a star next to their names and it shows you like who's doing
which one?
dates.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's Jeezy.
Clearly, I wasn't
Gucci Man. Oh yeah, Jeezy, Gucci Man, Rick Ross, Fabulous, Lil Boosie, and then you got Kim and Trina on opposing dates.
Okay.
So that's a pretty good tour. There's a lot of people. So I'm gonna go to the first one that's in Atlanta, and I'm gonna go to one here because Trina's here and Kim's there. So check it out. Okay. It should be good.
I'm definitely here for sure. I can't make it out there. It's gonna be family weekend in New York for Naya. So,
for real?
Yeah.
So what's that consist of, like?
A whole bunch of shit. Last time they had, like, years ago, they had Kesha performing, and like they have like a whole bunch of events going on.
Oh, they have like concerts?
Yeah, they have like a whole bunch of stuff going on, but I don't know who they have performing this year. I think they said they they actually had somebody good and they pulled out, and I think they're gonna sue them. But yeah, but I don't know who they have to replace them, and then it's just like a lot of shit for like kids and your family and stuff like that. But we ain't doing that shit. We just gonna go out to eat and do stuff, do our own thing.
And how is that going? How is London dealing with being home by herself now without...
London didn't even drop her bags up. London ran straight to her room and started stealing her shit. I was like, London? She was like, yeah, ooh, nice shirt, nice sweatshirt. Yeah, for real. And then I was taking pictures of her going to school in like all these cheer shirts and different things. Because at their school, you can, they go to private school, but they can actually wear like any sport that, if you play a sport, you can wear any shirt with your short or your skirts or whatever. And so she has stuff for basketball, she has stuff for dance, but Naya has cheerleading stuff. So she got a gang of new shit now. She was like, oh, this is gonna look good. And so I took pictures. She was like, that thief, why you got it in my room? I'm like, listen, it's free game, you left it. You know what I'm saying? Right. But yeah, that was a little crazy dropping her off.
Yeah, I would say you discuss that because we wasn't here.
That was cool. It was cool. No, I'm surprised.
I see y'all like putting the room together.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
We were. Oh, he was trying to comfort me on the low, y'all. I seen y'all with the YAL.
What y'all doing it?
Who's y'all?
The family.
Ain't no family being. Ain't no family being. Ain't no mas. No mas. I know the shady palm tree over there. this shady big ass
Y'all was doing it.
Listen, no, we were, but Oscar for leading actress in a horror, me, because that was a nightmare. The divorce was a nightmare, but no, we did real good. We did real good getting along. I mean, I think he really had a good time though. Like he kept trying to like be with us, not in a bad way, but he was like, yo, what y'all doing after this? Let's go get some food. And I'm like, all right, cool. And the kids were like, oh, you want to go? I'm like, I don't care, whatever y'all want to do. Like, let's go. But they were so happy that we were getting along. So I was like, I'm just going to leave this alone. Like, he asked me something, and I was like, nigga, ain't nothing changed. He said, you ain't there. Like, we do the same thing. Like, we still, because he was like, oh, y'all still watch? Like, we used to do a lot of, like, family TV and stuff like that. He was like, yo, y'all still watch Big Brother? He was like, yeah, you just ain't there, bro. Like, we still do it. And then we got into, like, a whole really good conversation about it. Like, and then the kids was like, hyped because, you know, it felt good talking to him about it.
Reminiscing.
Yeah. But they had a good time. They had a good time, as they should. Yeah. And Naya, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully she was having a good time, I think, and she was bonding with her dad until he told the basketball team, don't look at her, don't talk to her. She had already made friends on the basketball team, by the way. And then they started ignoring her. She didn't know what was going on. I was telling Matt, like, one of them looked at her across the courtyard and looked back away. And she was like, I think, I was on the phone with her. She's like, oh, I was waiting. I thought that was Amari, but he looked away. Like, maybe he didn't see me. I said, nah, maybe he didn't see you yet for sure. She was like, yeah, that's weird. And then later on, she found out that her father told them, like, showed a picture during the team meeting and was like, this is my daughter. Don't look at her. Don't talk to her. Don't whatever. I was like, no, no way.
Serious.
And I said, oh, that's some sucker shit. They scared. And then she was like, no. She was so sad though because she was like, these were the only friends she had kind of met when she got there, and then I left, and she was all happy and adjusting because they there's a suite of like freshman basketball players. She's cool with the suite next to them, which is these two girls out of the four that are in that suite, and so it was really just the five of them kind of like getting along, or six of them, seven of them, and now they're like, yo, we can't hang out with your girl, like don't bring her around. And she felt like she was like really sad, but she's better now. Everybody's getting along again, so I was gonna cuss his ass out. You know that I was mad. I was like, don't be making her feel like an outcast, you know. But you know, but I guess I don't know. He felt like it's his duty. He hadn't seen her in a long time. I guess I don't know. That's his business. But
what y'all think?
That wasn't cool.
Yeah, but it was expected. I understand why he would do it, just being a father, but on her behalf, I think it kind of.
But they have been arguing a lot for like the last few years, so she felt like, bro, like we don't even talk. Like we just got along this weekend. Now you want to talk about don't talk to my daughter. So that was her standpoint, but I was trying to explain to her, like you said, I think that that's expected. Like, you know, you guys had a good weekend. He felt like y'all was back. Like, you know, guys, y'all be feeling like it's erase everything, you know, which is fine. So just let it go and whatever. So, I mean, I don't know. They're getting along now, though. So as long as the people ignored him now and his threat. And like I told her, I said, listen, you let them know if they can play, they gonna pay. I mean, if they can play, they gonna play. They gonna play. Because he want to win. So that's not even gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And then Mac, we found out one of Mac's cousins, like a cousin by marriage or something like that, is on the team, and she knows him too. Yeah. So that's so odd. I was like, but back then you didn't know that he was going there, playing basketball. And I was like, why Mac following this little boy? I was like, Mac following this boy.
I'm like, Aaron?
And she was like, he's like, yeah, that's like my cousin, you know. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, but he's at Hofstra. She was like, he's like, I didn't know that.
I knew he played basketball, but I didn't know where it's playing. So.
Yeah, he's good too.
Yeah,
so good. So that was it. But yeah, but there's a fight coming up. Speaking of my kids, there's a fight coming up. I think was it tomorrow with Evander Holyfield?
Is that real? I didn't know if that was real or not. I seen that flyer.
No, it's real.
What is that about?
So the guy he's fighting though, Belfort or whatever, that is London's classmate's dad.
But who is that?
He's an MMA fighter or something like that.
Yeah, Trilla.
Yeah.
They're like legends.
Why they put together these like type of fights now?
I guess Trilla's paying. They paying. They doing the verses. They doing everything. They got money to spend. But yeah, he's heard it. And I was like, wait, hold on. There's probably an age difference. I think the dad is 56. I know Holyfield's a little older, right?
No, he probably about that.
He not 59, 60? He not 60 yet?
Y'all think he's 60?
Yeah, he up there.
Oh, he probably in his late 50s too.
Oh, okay. Well, I think there's an age difference, but not a big one. I'm curious to see how this is gonna play out because I know that I guess the dad is usually using his feet and stuff like that. He's MMA. But
it's a boxing match, right?
Yeah, but it's a boxing one,
Okay.
so I'm curious to see how it's gonna play out.
Because I think it was De La Hoya supposed to, and then he got COVID.
No, De La Hoya was supposed to fight, Belfort last couple weeks ago. Yeah. So that's what it was. Okay. I saw that, and I didn't know that was the dad until London was like, oh, that's the dad.
The Vander Holyfield's 58.
Yeah.
You said guy 57?
56, I think.
56. So
I think he's 56, yeah. I want to say he's 56. But, yeah, she was so excited because I guess everybody in the school was talking about him, who he's going to fight. And her friend Victoria.
I don't know about some of these fights though, because like, what's the guy?
Jake Paul. I didn't like
How
him.
he gotta get their ass whooped? Like,
Well, I didn't like those kind of fights from the beginning. Like, I think that's so whack.
Yeah.
But
I feel like there's something to it.
Yeah, it gotta be because I mean, you have people who train their lives to fight,
Right.
And here
And you just gonna walk in here and feel like you can do this.
like on his little,
not Skip.
yeah, like he's like yeah, let's fight, and it's like, bro, like I
Like,
just
these
waited
people
my whole
training
life
their
for
whole
this, and how
careers.
did you get to this spot to where you can fight
Like, he been retired
these
for a while.
people?
Yeah, they been retired, but they still got the skill set to like beat his ass. He don't have that skill set.
But he trained hard.
I don't give a damn. That mean I only been
You
training
said Jake Paul trains hard?
a year, and also you feel like you can just.
I don't know.
Yeah, like just.
How long Mayweather been retired?
Wrong person. Don't ask me.
Like he's 3 years, that's not that far removed. To get in the ring, even though the size difference is a big thing. But
Yeah,
still.
it's like the arm length and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The wingspan.
I think they getting paid.
Oh, they
Oh,
definitely.
they get paid, yeah.
Paid off.
Oh, but he's saying like he thinks they get paid off to. I don't think. See, I think his ego is too big to. I think somebody like Mayweather, his ego is a little too big.
That's how you sell a fight.
I feel like I feel like he being smart.
It's all again.
Cause then he did mention like, well, I'm open to a rematch. Like, I
It's
feel like
it's
it's business.
It's just so they can get money. He
Yeah.
said it. He said
Exactly.
it. Like it's the easiest way to rob the bank. That's
I think he
that's
got
all
like
he
what?
do.
People was tuning in. 2 people was tuning in, and then
I know my kids was tuning in.
he fought Tyrone Woodley like not that long ago, just like a couple weeks ago. Like he fighting a lot back.
So he fighting, yeah.
These boxers don't be fighting as fast back then. It's like 6 months in between. Huh?
Logan and his Jake fought.
Oh, the other brother fought them. Oh, okay.
Oh, so Logan
Logan
fought.
fought Floyd.
Okay, Jake is the one that fought.
Wait, they brother? Wait,
But they brothers, yeah. Jake Paul and Logan
I thought
fought.
they was the same.
So Jake Paul fought first, right?
I thought the same person fought.
Didn't he fight like Nate?
Mayweather.
Logan fought Mayweather. Jake just fought.
No, I'm talking about. Didn't Jake fight back in the days with Nate? Yeah.
Jake fought
So
Nate.
he started all of this. I feel like.
They last name Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said they last name. Yes. But shout out to them. They know how to make some money. These little boys. Okay. So they're from
They
like
come from
Musically.
YouTube.
No, they were Musically way back before
Musically?
too. Well, I mean, they might have started on YouTube, but they made their big debut, like their big shit on Musically way back. And I remember like London had to be like 5
Jake
or 6, and I had to buy her all that shit. They had a book bag, this gold limited edition book bag. It was a Maverick on that shit, like a whole. I had to buy that shit. It was $100. Like these kids.
What's that though? Like,
Musically is like the old TikTok.
right, but like what they was doing on there, they look too.
Yo, they was doing covers. Like so, they would be singing or rapping or doing whatever to songs, and getting deals, and they're singing other people's songs or rapping other people's songs. But I think it's like a look or whatever. Then they started doing like little meet and greets. I used to have to take these kids to meet and greets.
Damn.
Yes, it was crazy, but these kids were making money. Like,
They millionaires.
Jake Paul.
Yeah, they were.
boxing.
Yeah, and no, the boxing set them way over the top. They was already making millions.
But now it's getting into other markets and stuff too. Because I didn't know nothing about them until the boxing
Yeah.
shit.
No. Jake Paul started from the Disney one channel. Then they transitioned into YouTube.
What the hell was J. Paul on?
He was one of them. Real shit. He was one of them child actors.
I've never heard that.
Look it up.
I've never heard that. You could be right. No, I'm just saying I've never heard that because. Yeah, I'm not saying that he wasn't. I'm saying I've never heard that. I never heard that. I know that these kids really know him from not Disney. That's what I'm saying. These kids know him from, like you said, YouTube, Musically. Like, he's getting caked up off of that. Like, Disney wasn't caking him up like that. Like, he was getting a little actor's check. He was not getting caked up that millions. He's getting money. He was getting money. Like, he had a house. Him and his brother had a house. They started a rap beef. This is what really made them some money. They started a rap beef among themselves, the two brothers, for real. And they was going at each other. It was crazy. Like, I got kids, so I know, right? So it was crazy. But they had a house. One of them, whoever is the oldest one, or the more popular one, I guess at the time, had a house where he was teaching YouTube, like kids how to be popular on YouTube and Musically. And he moved them in, and he had them doing videos how many times a day. He was like choreographing shit. Yeah. No, he wasn't. He was taking money off the top of their head. Oh. So like he wasn't charging them nothing. So so he was like their manager, but he's not a manager. Yeah. It was called the Team 10. I be knowing, but my kids. It was called Team 10, and they had like all these people in the house. It was crazy, but not to be giving them any more shine because. They could throw some of that this way then at this point. Because like I said, my kid is in college now. So, but yeah, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with some topics. Yeah, it's been a long time. We were living in New York, like all of that. We're going to come back. We're going to take a short break. Vontae, take us out. DJ B Mac.
Right, I'm here.
What the hell are you smiling at? Never smiling. Okay, because you were smiling now. I was like, did I do something funny? But anyway, let's get into these trending topics.
Well, let's just first say that the NFL has started officially yesterday.
Yeah.
So glad to see that. Glad to see fans back in the stands.
I was going to say, I'm more glad to see fans back in the stands.
Because guess what? I'm going to be in the stands very soon.
Oh, hey, wait. So we're going to be back in the stands. Wait, hold on. I don't know if I'm going with you or if I'm going with their friend. Because their friend invited me to a game.
Oh, bro? Which game? I don't
know. He just said he got
my
birthday. That friend, the one that, the lab TV.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, oh, come to the game for your birthday since I didn't get you a gift. I was like, yeah. I take late gifts, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I take early gifts.
Because, the Libra season is almost
2 weeks.
Yes.
But we got somebody even closer.
I know.
Tears.
20 minutes.
But so NFL season started yesterday. You had Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Super Bowl champions, going against the Dallas Cowboys, and it was a very close game down to the fourth quarter. And in true Tom Brady fashion, he pulled it off and got them the victory. So they are now 1-0.
I'm so sick of Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him. Like an ex-boyfriend. I'm sick of him.
So my question: why does everybody get tired of somebody winning? 'Cause I feel like even
that's not true.
Exactly.
No.
I feel like people do get tired of seeing certain people win.
Yes.
Like they keep winning. They're like, all right, let somebody else win.
Exactly.
The haters.
But why?
The haters.
Because
They want to see you fall.
Wait, what?
Cause of what?
We like variety.
Y'all say cause of what?
Nobody likes a big head, so everybody wants to be like, all right, you.
I don't even know if they're being big heads, but I feel like if a team keeps winning, people are like, all right, who's next? So, like at the beginning, you like them, but then all of a sudden it's like, all right.
It gets tiring.
But
Yo, pass the torch. Exactly.
What?
yeah, but if they
But I'm gonna say this. I feel like almost in female hip hop too. Like for Cardi B and certain people, you just be like, yeah, go. Then they get to a certain point, like, all right, sit down. Like it's like you bring them back down. But why do people do that?
We just naturally want to see the
We
underdog
want to
win.
see other people win it too.
Okay.
I don't agree with
music. Because sometimes, like, when they reach a certain peak, they start rapping like they don't care. I feel like it's different.
But then I feel like they start finding little things. Like before, it was like she was kind of having the same personality, but it was just like everybody was able to watch her struggle. So they're like, go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And if you got here, now it's like, all right, come down, bring you back down, like, just different things. So I just wonder why that happens. But in sports though, why do people like?
Well, no.
I know with the Bulls, people didn't really get tired of the Bulls.
With me, I just, I'm a Giants fan, no matter if they lose it or not, as always. But so Tom Brady, for me, I go back to the Patriots.
But y'all beat him every time y'all play them.
We don't like him. They're winners. It don't matter about us beating them.
Anytime y'all play
They're
them,
winners.
y'all beat him.
The Flake Gate.
Y'all beat him.
Remember that though?
Yeah.
That football.
But not just with him, I just feel like even at a certain point with Floyd, people were waiting to see him lose. Like,
not me, I like Floyd.
He's been 49, but no, there was a different point where he was 49-0. Like somebody's like, man, he may lose this one. So everybody's really tuning in to see when he's going to lose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people be waiting on that moment. Once you become so great, they're waiting to see who that one person is
that's gonna knock you down.
Yeah.
I can see that with gamblers because they want to bet on that, and that's a big bet. Like that is gonna like garner them a lot of money. But I mean, I'm not that person. I'm not that person. But remember, it's just a rivalry, so I just gotta follow my dad's lead.
But I feel like
when
y'all got to the Super Bowl,
we don't like them.
Y'all had beat them both times in the Super Bowl while Tom Brady was there. So that was like, if for some reason he couldn't beat y'all.
We just don't like them.
I don't follow sports.
What?
So I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
I thought we were talking about it like a couple weeks back, and I thought she was talking.
Like I
Maybe
mean,
somebody else.
If I'm present, I'll watch it, but I don't follow it. I don't be like I would have never known that it started.
Oh yeah.
Do you understand it? No, because football is hard to understand.
Football, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to understand.
They don't know.
Right.
Football is very hard to understand.
Football, I don't know where the fouls come in at when the flags go.
He says foul. I know basketball. Yeah, he makes it against one for that.
Basketball, I don't know.
Right.
But you know what's so crazy? I've always been the one to say I'm basketball from college on up, or whatever. And so I understand everything about basketball. I mean, I understand everything. Like I can watch a game and I get it. I understand every
I feel like basketball is easy to kind of
shit.
understand.
But it is easier. But I always like football more. I just felt like the fan connection.
You understood it too?
Understood it not the way I understood it as I started watching it.
You like the rowdy crowds of the fans.
No, so as a college girl, as a college person, watching it with my family, I just love the fan, because
they're rowdy.
New York, you're supposed to want New York to win, that's the way I just feel in life in general. So I used to go any team that my ex was with, we would go to I would go, not him, but I would go to the football games of whatever team went. Raiders went to Keo, was there 49ers, I'll go see
and
them.
That's the black hole, and that's a rowdy crowd.
First of all, the Raiders.
Yeah.
The Raiders, that was the best games
they
to go
are rowdy.
you going up the thing and they're throwing shit down at people with other jerseys on, and you just walking to your seats.
The Oakland Raiders or the LA Raiders?
No, the Oakland, back in the days. Back in the days, okay. So it was just a great feeling.
Well, they're Las Vegas Raiders now. But
Oakland back then. Yeah, they're Vegas. But I loved going there because I felt like that's the way it's supposed to be. You ain't here for my fucking team, get the fuck out of here. I used to love that energy and I loved it. So I've always liked it, and then I started understanding it more as I started going to, because I would go to the games on my own because he would be out of town all the time, so I would go to the games, and then when TKO was at the 49ers, we were already cool from Atlanta, so I would go see him, and I just started to, I don't want to say learn the game because I already knew a little bit about it, but I started to be there so much.
Because there's so many small parts to the big
thing.
You know what I'm saying?
It was little shit like the knee and shit like that. I was like, what are you doing? I didn't understand shit.
Most sports did the knee. Most sports did the knee.
Basketball don't do the knee. I don't know about all that. They don't do that.
What do y'all mean
I
by
do
the
play
knee?
basketball.
They don't need no basketball.
What do y'all mean by the knee though?
No, I'm talking about at the end when.
Kneeling?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because
I thought
you
you
got no
meant
time.
it was a playground. Hurt.
No. I'm talking about towards the end.
You can
run the clock now. I didn't understand stuff like that. No. I'm like, huh? They don't turn the clock down.
No.
No. But I would go to baseball games too in some cities.
Baseball too boring for me.
It is, but I
used to try to go
like
to college,
going.
and I went to a couple pro games. After the first pitch,
Baseball is boring. I'm
that
sorry.
shit's boring as hell.
It's boring.
It's strategic.
It's quiet and it's boring.
It's boring, but my dad, I actually understood baseball a lot.
Somebody get on
My
base.
dad used to take me and my brother to baseball games because
If they hit a home run, then it's exciting.
Shout out to Queens.
Soccer is not boring.
Golf is slow too.
Golf is boring. So wait, Anaya's roommate is big on a golf scholarship. She's a girl, and I be cracking up. I'm like, this is like a real thing. But paying for her school year. She was like, yeah, it's a thing.
But you take the ball away, it's walking.
Yeah, it is walking. Yeah.
It's a lot of concentration in golf though.
No, but
talking about basketball?
No, we talking about golf with that part. But yeah, but at the end of the day, no, baseball is very hard to understand, but it's not as hard as football. I feel like football is like the hardest to understand.
Because there's so many little components that we get to it.
Yeah. But I just love the energy. I love the energy. I love it.
I don't know what you're saying. Like, I don't know what that is.
Right, first down and all that stuff, yeah.
But see, I learned like
But listen, alright. Because I always be the best one.
the downs are easier to understand when you're watching it on TV though, because they put the line.
Yeah, but I had somebody look for the line at the game, like, where's that yellow line? I'm like, that's TV. The girl, she like, where the yellow line at the game?
Hey, that might have been me. No, that was definitely much easier to understand. No, basketball is super easy to me.
But what I was about to ask is, as far as basketball, is I feel like I always get into. Did they tailgate for basketball?
No.
Okay, so no, I didn't know. I never paid that no mind. I feel like I did a time just for the game.
Yeah, you wouldn't know though, cause you went to the, you know what I'm saying.
But I knew that for football because we pulled up, you see them out there playing.
Yeah,
When it came to basketball games, I got there time for the
so I'm lying though. I am lying because they don't tailgate, but they do pre-game in a sense because when you're so when we used to drive and we try to be there, the players got to be there early. So there's like real fans. I mean, there's real fans that don't be at the arena, but there's like die-hard fans that will be there and they're outside when the players are coming in. And they're not cooking, but they're having their own parties. Like they're there with their they're like, welcome to the gym. They playing their own shit.
Okay, so
and they kind of tailgate.
Yeah. It's just without the grill.
Without the grill. I'm wondering why they don't do the grill because they're there early enough to do the grill. Like we used to get there like 5 o'clock. Games don't start at 7:30. Like why not grill? Why not get some?
But that's basically how they are.
Yeah,
about 3 hours before the game.
So I'm but they used to do that. It used to be fun. There used to be people that you end up knowing at the end of the day. As far as like fans, like they used to be cool. I used to have people come sit with me when I didn't have people with me. I would recognize them from like earlier coming in, and they'll be way high up in the seats, and they like would be walking to the seats and like. So I'm like, come in. How many people with you today? Come sit with me. That's so cool. Yeah. So you kind of get to know them. I mean, I feel like.
I like the excitement.
I love the excitement.
I like being there because the excitement, the energy.
No, it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot of energy.
Home,
games.
And when you're there, you get to feel like.
The first Dolphin game that's home, they're away this week. Then they play Buffalo Bills, which is in their conference, so it's like a rivalry game. You know what I mean? So I feel like it'll be a lot of energy for that game.
Oh, that'll be good.
And then with the Dolphins too, they had Club Live.
They got Club Live. First of all, I've been to a Giants game. I've been to a Jets. The Jets game was kind of boring. Shout out to Mike, Vic, and Kia for they broke it. It was boring. But that's when I knew somebody that played there. Darren was playing there. Darren was playing there. But I went with Mike and Kiafa, and so I went down after we was hanging out. But it was boring. It's not the vibe. It's not great. The Giants again is not the vibe. Best experience hands down was the Raiders until I went to the Dolphins game. I don't even know what happened at the game. We was in Club Live. I was fucked up. Like we were upstairs fucked up. Everybody was there. Everybody was there. We was lit. Like first of all, they don't need to have that there.
I feel like they're not really watching the game.
Nobody's watching the game.
It's like a club.
It's like a club.
It's like a club. Yeah.
Best experience ever.
As soon as you hear like the crowd yelling, everybody turns around.
Yeah, everybody looking like, and then wait. Then they all go, oh,
Right.
you don't even know what happened.
You done missed everything.
You don't know what happened. Yo, I remember the first time you took me to live. I'm not gonna say what happened, but all I know is I woke up, I had some crazy ass pictures in my phone. And I was like, yo, Mac, I can't wait to go back. This is insane. Like, I had crazy pictures. I was like, I felt like I was in Hangover. You know how like they went through the phone roll, the camera roll? And I was like, what the?
No,
Like,
it was.
Might still be on my phone. I might show you later. Like, I was like, what is going on? But that was a great time.
It was. It's good to go there too. Like at the end of the fourth quarter, you want to have them go to live, because then by the time like everybody leaving, you still get the party and live.
Yeah.
And then all the traffic is going by the time they really empty our live. So that's how we kind of like missed the traffic too.
Oh, okay, yeah. No,
Cause that's what we did that day.
I wouldn't remember.
Oh yeah.
But we've gone since then, and
Yeah.
we've had a good time, you know, still.
Yeah.
Every time we go, it's a good time. Yeah. I mean, we always have fun together in general, but live something special. It's something special.
It's packed in there too.
It be packed.
It's open right
It's an
now.
experience.
Yeah.
It's
It's-
an experience.
And you can get in there with, like, for me, I suggest buying like those like cheap ass tickets, because you can get in there with like any ticket.
If you know somebody.
If you go
I thought you could get in with any ticket. Oh, so how come people just buying some tickets and then going, because they knew the person?
Yeah, you gotta know the person.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
That would be my suggestion.
Cause it's like
Okay.
a bunch of booths and like.
Yeah, going on there.
You just gotta know the person is like one of the GMs. And
So
the
they-
security and shit like that. You just gotta know somebody.
No, but it definitely is a good time, for sure.
Well, some sad news I want to say RIP to Michael K. Williams, who passed,
And Greg
as well as
Leaks,
Greg Leaks.
yeah.
They
rest in
actually
peace to
last
Buffalo.
Sunday in Atlanta, they had like a memorial service at Nini's restaurant.
I saw that.
And Trina actually went before she came to her day party.
I saw her picture, yeah.
So they had something, and a lot of her housewives, you know, all came out too. So that was good. A lot of people came out for that.
I saw that was good. And I like that how I see some of the people that didn't get along with Nene per se went, and I thought that was dope, because that is like, it's not about you, it's about, or our relationship is about respecting,
Right.
you know, paying homage to somebody like that actually gave me love and respected me and was just an overall good human being or whatever. So, I mean, it's sad, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know,
It's sad when anybody goes, so, you know, yeah.
He really loved her.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I think she knew that too.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Um,
And even when Michael K. Williams, when they found him, it was like a lot of people, a lot of actors were really talking about how, like they played the old Breakfast Club interview, and a lot of actors were kind of bringing up these issues because, you know, with him and then DMX and like a lot of people dying of overdoses, they were trying to say like, you know, this is like a real problem. So I know it was at Lunel or somebody going to say, come on, stop. And I think that was a good message too.
I seen the Lunel thing, and then I also seen like a random Twitter war or whatever with Jocelyn out of nowhere too.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Y'all seen that?
So what happened with that?
So
was
Jocelyn
kinda
and
crazy.
Lunel's daughter, they
Right.
went back and forth because Jocelyn had, you know, something to say about what Lunel was saying, like, y'all need to stop. And Jocelyn, of course, she was like, you know, saying what she said, and then her daughter stepped in, and a couple other people stepped in about Lunel, like, yeah, on some, like, yeah, if you want Coach to say that.
Oh yeah, it was like it was going back and forth. Like they were going back and forth with
Yeah.
Jocelyn.
I mean, I get where she was coming from though. It's like chill, because even like we were just talking about I love Moneybag Yo and these things, but even in his lyrics, he's like cup full of O's. Like they drinking it, they serve.
Well, some people rap about it, but they don't do it.
Future.
Yeah, Future's one of the rappers who don't do it.
Just passed away a couple days before.
Who did?
3 other comedians.
Yeah, they
Oh,
did.
wow.
That was a
Yeah.
comedian. And
So that's her
she's
world,
like,
yeah.
So she's like, yo, it wasn't just him. It wasn't even
Right.
directed to him. 3 people died, and one is
But
still
even if it was
in
directed to him, I felt like that was almost a positive
Yeah.
message. Like let's go, guys. Let's like come on, we don't gotta do
No, it
this no
wasn't
more.
about.
Yeah.
We don't do this no more.
It's
Yeah.
coming from a place
We didn't know who
Of love, yeah.
Jocelyn was.
I didn't see it.
Jocelyn came in with
Out of nowhere, like calling her pig and all type of stuff. It was like,
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was
I'm
like
gonna pull it up.
we were not understanding
I'm gonna pull it up.
what's going on here right now. Didn't get it.
That is insane. I didn't know. She's always inserting herself though, into different jobs.
Yeah, but this didn't make sense.
I was like,
Here we go. Wait.
I didn't see this one, so I don't know.
It was just.
But I'm actually glad. Positive news. We were talking about the concert coming up, and I'm happy to see that Jeezy and Gucci
Man, yeah.
putting that shit behind them because
And make the money
that's a dope-
together because a lot of people
That's a
don't
dope
see them
lineup.
together.
Boosie,
That is.
Trina, Kim.
Yeah.
Rick Ross, Fabulous.
Oh, I ain't see Fab on
Yeah,
that.
Fab on there too.
His pictures on, I ain't see it.
Yeah,
I love Fab,
so
guys.
you got
Yeah.
Gucci, Jeezy, Ross, Fabulous, Lil Boosie, and you got Trina and Kim splitting dates.
Okay, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's a dope tour.
So speaking of tours though, so
Oh, you also got the Millennium Tour.
so that's what I was gonna ask you.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna bring that up. So I get the Millennium. Was it Millennial or Millennium? Millennium, right? Millennium. I think so. Whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. Dumb. Now you got Ashanti on there, and I love Ashanti, but she's not the Bow Wow. Like that's not the age for the Bow Wow.
She was a little behind them. She was a little after them.
No. Yeah,
She was a little after them.
Bow Wow and Omarion, I get
came out
that.
before
They
them,
together. They together.
And even Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy, they together. I'm talking about like age group even. Like they're together.
Okay.
They're together. But they got Ashanti. I don't like that.
That's musical.
I feel like Tiana Taylor, I would rather see her on that.
Who?
What?
We're not
Well, no,
can't do that.
before it's musically though.
I couldn't hear you.
All them came
I
out.
couldn't hear you.
Musically, she came away after them, so you won't put her
It's
on
not even
there.
that time. I'm talking about the eight, like that range. Like,
But they said the Millennium Tour for that certain group of
Millennials.
yeah.
Like that was music I
But-
listened to growing up. I'm a millennial.
you was not listening. First of all, you was a whole baby.
Yes,
How old are you? Let's not do that.
26.
You're not.
Yes, I was. Yes, I am.
She was a baby.
No, I was
She was a
listening to all
baby.
that
You were
She
shit.
was fucking
like
4,
I was listening to all
5.
that shit.
She was not listening
I
to
was
that.
listening
She
to
was
all that shit.
Brian.
All of it.
Brian.
6.
I was listening to all that shit.
Brian. Can we stop? Betsy, stop.
You might have listened, you
Let
wouldn't
me have my
understand it.
Betsy,
No, I
stop.
wasn't.
Listen,
I
let me
wasn't.
tell you something.
Alright,
I seen a tweet from JT today, and she says, "Damn, I heard this Aaliyah album, the new Aaliyah thing dropped today," and she says, "I'm now old enough to understand."
Yeah.
So she receives it way different now. It's like she really appreciated it. She says she heard it.
Wait, that was so funny too because like Miami was saying like her top 5 records or something that was out, and like Aaliyah, one of Aaliyah's songs was like number 4 or something. I was like, nigga, what? Like,
Cause you gotta remember, like
they I guess because they
all
just
these
brought it
kids
back
releasing
out.
them, yeah.
But
so
I'm like,
they weren't
okay.
old enough to understand them. So
Hey, question though, who getting paid for that album?
her uncle had them all.
Okay.
Oh, the uncle has it, not the brother and the mom.
Her uncle had them, and he started releasing them now.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And he
So I know
was
her brother's producing. Her brother's doing some big things. Her brother went to
Her
our
uncle had
school.
control of that for some reason.
Her brother went to our school. He was there at the same time we were there. And so you remember Aaliyah died before we went to college, or as we were there.
Her
He was
brother
there.
went to school?
She went to college with us. He went to
Oh, he went to college with
He
y'all?
went to but he was like with a different crowd because he was like an eclectic. You know, he was producing that. That was
Oh,
his
okay.
thing, was film, and you know he just ran with a different crowd. So it was like, oh, that's Rashad, I think his name was or something. And they were like, oh, it's Aaliyah's brother. Oh, for real. But give him mad love, but yeah, he didn't really hang with anybody that we hung with,
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
So I thought that he and her mom would have had something to do
No,
with
for
it.
some reason, her uncle was over everything.
Okay.
All the music.
That must have been her manager maybe back in the day.
Well, he had some type of control. I don't know why, but he had all the control. And I've been heard that for years, but the uncles always had the control, and he wouldn't release it, and he finally started releasing this shit.
He waited for the right time though. That's good.
I guess so. Because it's been 20 years.
Yeah.
So now, yeah.
That's perfect
And her
because I
stuff has
always
been-
loved her.
And her stuff has been, her last album was like number 1, the One in a Million album. And
So that was the song I used to always have like in rotate, like 1 in a million. I would put it back and back and back and play it over
Oh,
and
yeah.
over. Like in college, like that was my shit.
But it was crazy because people talked about the 1 million song and how like, do it like it's Mommy Day. They put that 1 million beat under that.
Yeah.
So they started putting the 1 million beat under that. And it sounded good like it too.
And normally too, like
Yeah.
when they started sampling her stuff more, they said, you know what, let's just put her out.
Yeah. So people know where it come from, I guess.
Exactly. I remember.
You hear what?
I asked my mom to buy me some boxers so I could dress like her.
I was gonna make a diet be Aaliyah for Halloween. Like, I thought she looked like Aaliyah. Why not? We love
I don't
Aaliyah.
know, she probably thought I was turning gay or something.
Yeah, tomboy. Yeah. I don't even. You know how older people think you can turn that. Like you can't really turn it, but
My mom
okay.
was a Christian woman. She didn't know about no R&B music. She
Yeah.
didn't know the styles or whatever. And I
Yeah.
show her, and I was like,
I remember that was like 9th grade for me, dressing like that. That was like what we used to dress like. So I used to have like the real baggy clothes. Then in my 10th grade, slutting it out. We was like, short skirts in 10th grade and heels. Well, not heels, but like the high boots.
I want to say like, we the same year, so I want to say
Yeah.
probably 11th grade. I feel like girls started like,
I was in 10th. That's girly. Yeah, I already seen that coming. I had my little fitted jackets. So I started seeing that coming. But I was working in the mall, so I started seeing like.
Was you
all
one
the
of the girls? Some girls back then used to wear the scarves around their necks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The little short one.
Yeah.
The little short one. I had my boots. Yeah. Now let me tell you, I was fly. Look, I was fly in high school. I'm still fly. But I'm just saying, you know how like you reminisce. You're like, damn, high school I was really doing the most for no reason. For no fucking reason. I need to sit my ass down somewhere. But no, definitely it was definitely a little vibe. But I'm also glad to see that TikTok has finally banned that crate challenge. I'm happy to see that.
I'm glad they are too, shit.
Cause it was getting crazy. I was begging my kids, please don't try this.
I was surprised so many people were trying it.
You tried it?
I kind of wanted to do it.
No, don't kill yourself.
I didn't want to try it.
The people were falling hard too.
I remember doing that as a shorty. I remember how that shit hurt. I was doing that.
You used to do that?
That was the thing before?
No, like when I was in jail, I used to play with crates.
Oh.
I know how that shit feel. I'm not gonna do that as a
Yeah, it was like, where the hell everybody was getting these crates from?
Right? But first of all, they had the wrong crates. Cause the shit that we used to put. So back in the days, I was laughing because moving my daughter and their beds are now automatically raised. You kind of level them. But back in the days, in college, we used to use crates to like illegally raise our beds, right? And I was like, where them crates at? Because we was all lying on them shit. Yeah, we was lying, we was stacking them crates and then jumping up on the beds, all kind of crazy shit. No,
The milk crate.
they are not using the same kind of crates. They're using the budget crates, I think, at this point.
They drop over there.
Right? This is not the... Not. But we're going to take our last break and come back with a question. I got this. But it's Tia's birthday. So, it's Tia's birthday. So we're going to take a toast with Tia. In 3 minutes, we're going to take a toast with Tia. Well, we're going to take a toast with her now. We're going to video it in 3 minutes.
Everybody get your cups.
And get y'all cups together because we're coming back with a nice little question. Welcome back to Mac and Meeka Live. Mac with the radio voice.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Sound like straight hand there. That's a professional dude.
And I have a professional voice.
There we go. So, this last segment has been reserved lately for our really interactive topics because you guys have been really pulling back lately. So, before we even get into the Ask Mac and Meeka, which was this week was actually Ask Meeka, the person on the DM asked me, but we're gonna ask everybody. I wanted to bring this up, all right? So I did see on the gram, I forgot who it was saying it, but they were like, you don't want to marry someone that has to become somebody else for you to like them.
Oh, I've seen that too.
Yeah, you saw it, right?
Yeah.
It was a couple of weeks ago.
They say you kind of marry their potential, or you marry. What did they say? They said it was something like that. Like you don't marry them for their looks. because you should get to know them and marry them for their mindset, because they said y'all could grow apart mentally. So you have to marry them based on how their mind, something about the mental part of them.
Well, I can understand that. Like, I didn't, at first when I read it, I was like, I guess. Because
you
at
have
first,
the capacity to grow.
Because at first you would think that you want to be with, because I'm not even thinking married, but you want to be with someone that has the ability to want to change for you or want to do whatever. But then I was like, wait a second. They're saying
next year you don't know how.
But they're saying something different. You don't want to be with someone that has to be someone else. And I'm like, but that's not always a bad thing. I think they were talking a little bit different. Not someone that you have to change, but someone that's faking the change.
I feel like if you got to be with somebody, you got to change. Then what drew you in?
Well, for me, I love. No, I'm the kind of person I actually really, really love. I love a secure man. So, yeah, I definitely do, because I'm out. I'm out for the night. So I just right. I'm out for the night. So you gotta understand, but I'm very loyal. So you gotta understand that, like. I fuck with you. I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
It takes a secure
but
person.
It takes a secure person. So I really love. They're not here today. They're usually here. But like Alfonso, Pink Ocean Yachts, Alfonso and like Sapphire, he lets her be her. Right. I like that.
And I feel like Speedy lets you be you.
Back in the day,
yeah.
That was then.
Right.
Okay.
But that's something I always like. Okay, you love.
No, that was something that we used to talk about a lot.
Yeah.
So like my ex-husband used to let me be me. I mean, for 18 years, like, I was me.
Right.
And I was the wild one.
And he was more like just laid back.
He was just like, he thought it was funny. He thought it was a lot of fun.
Right.
I was closer to the guys than he was. Like, so I'm closer to, like when he needed something, I called Kemba, I called those guys, like, yeah.
So, my question, again, is, when you get with somebody, what is there immediately that you feel like you need to change about them?
So, I thought...
And what made you get with them then, if you feel like you had to change something? So
I thought that in general, I would think that when you need to change something, it would be their mindset about dating in general. Like, oh, I'm going to change somebody and make them want to settle down. I thought that that's what they were saying, but I think they meant, when I listened to the guy or whatever, I think they, like you said, I think he meant more of trying to be a different person. Pretending that putting on for the, not even a camera, but putting on for you, because it's showtime when you're around. So like, I'm pretending to be this gentleman. I'm pretending to be this person.
So if they're pretending to be that all the time, how would you know when?
So that was the whole thing. I didn't get it at first. So I'm like, I thought you want to be with someone that's willing to change, willing to grow up, willing to be mature. But I think I wasn't really listening to what that person was saying, what the guy that was talking was saying. He was saying that, no, when they're putting on a front, that's the key right there, knowing when somebody's pretending. To me, I think that's what it is.
I only pretend for so long, but...
Your representative is only good to me. And I told my daughter this is like rule number 33. Yo, I said, you go out there, be cool out of 1,000. I've been teaching her rules from her whole life, right? But rule number, I think it was 30 something, was listen, you're going out there, you're going to school, everybody gonna be in your face. She's a pretty girl. I said, everybody's gonna be in your face. Be friends with everybody. Don't just be like, I like him. Be friends with everybody, because give it some time.
It's time to know them, yeah.
About a month, by 3 weeks, you gonna know who's really about you. Because they gonna fall off, they gonna be like, oh shit, whatever. And I told her that, and I don't know if you remember earlier, I was telling you that one of the friends, before I think we're on camera, I was telling you that one of the friends was talking to one of the players, right? She happened to tell a story about how they went to this is not even 2 weeks, I think it was a weekend. And the guy was not telling the girl where the party was. She found out because somebody else told her where the party was. They all go, and they're like, "Oh, so and so's back there." And I was like, "I hope that little girl didn't go looking for him." She was like, she wanted to. I told her to just chill. I was like, "You can't mother this child, right?" I just said I was kind of proud, But at the same time, I was telling her, I said, it's only a weekend. That little boy already was off that girl. Get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna know who's really about you in 3 or 4 weeks. Like, they all new, they young, they freshmen and so on. They're looking, they're like, oh my God, there's so many pretty girls. Like, so let it rock. Be cool with everybody, and you're gonna see who's really about you and who you can really be cool with. So that was one of my things. It's like, because your representative can only be out for so long.
Right.
Like, if your representative can be out longer than that, you're a psychopath. But that is not somebody that I can I can't even mess with that. But seriously, no, I really think that there are representatives out there, and I don't put out the representative anymore.
But I'm still trying to understand the change part.
So the question was, can we get the question again?
The question was basically, you should not marry someone
I've seen this
that
too.
has to become somebody else
Because I think
for you to like them.
you should not marry someone who has to become somebody else.
For you to like them.
For sure. I agree with that.
Yeah, but I kind of thought when I first read that I didn't agree, because initially I was saying, yeah, you want someone to want to be grown, want to be in a mature relationship. So why not?
But some people can get stagnant, and that's how people grow apart. Like, some people continue to grow and want to experience everything, while this one person is like, nah. Like, you have 2 people, right? And you're the person who likes to go to wine vineyards and try new things. The other person is like, when they go to restaurants, I just have a burger and fries. It's like, try something else. Like, you know what I mean? You have some people get stuck in their ways. And it's like, so you're going to continue to culture yourself on different things and have different life experiences where they just used to staying here. And it's like, we not the same. Like, we started off as the same, but we not. And you going to get over that shit and be like, you know what? This ain't for me no more. But at a certain point, it was for you, you know, in your life. But you outgrowing that person because somebody's still growing, the other person is in their comfort zone, basically.
See, I think this is just too loud. Can you turn mine down? Because when I turn around, it's like crazy. All right. So I thought a little different from what you guys are saying. I thought they were trying to say, like, hey, you don't want anyone that is trying to be a gentleman, trying to be this, opening doors, but that's not really them. You know, doing these other things.
I feel like a lot of relationships is set up like that. And then it kind of like...
Yeah, keep doing that.
But then also, too, I feel like...
I like that shit.
I feel like a lot of women, too, are starting to get out the car before the guy opens the door, too. Just naturally, too. So the women act like they like that, but then they're so used to doing it themselves, too. So it's a combination of both.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Right.
In the beginning, though, I do sit and I wait for them to open.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. and they'll learn if they don't know. That's what I mean. But then it's like, okay, then it turns into like, if we're going on a date, then you do it. But if we're just like going out,
right.
You know, yeah, I got my own door, but open the restaurant door, whatever door. But in the beginning, I like to be courted. You know what I mean?
Same here.
And I feel like if I'm not ready for you to stop doing that, and you kind of stop,
so
it's like,
I don't like that.
The key word is the beginning. So it's a certain point where y'all get a comfort level where y'all are okay. It doesn't happen anymore too.
No, not for me.
Yes,
so,
it is.
No, because remember I was telling you. No.
Like, open the door like.
No. So where I'm not even. I didn't grow up like that. So I'm from Queens, whatever. Like all the guys out there, they never did that. And then I came out here, and like a younger guy was doing that. I was telling him, and I was like, oh, that's some new shit. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, holding doors open, yes, those kind of things, but not opening the car door and all kind of stuff like that. Because now we're into like boop, boop kind of era, right? Mm-hmm. But when they were doing that, I was like, oh, I'm into this. So now I just like, I talk to anybody, I just be standing there like,
see if they gonna do it.
Open that door, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I actually like that now. So I you know.
Yeah, it started with my dad. I was getting ready, and it took me forever to get ready. And he was like, "You better not open one door," and it just sticks in my head ever since. And it's like, okay. And I sat in the car, and he was like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And I was like, "I was waiting for you."
That's all I'm doing. Start wearing hair.
He thought I was crazy. That was our last date. It was the first time I actually just did it and just sat there. That was our last date, but I'm pretty sure he probably thinks about that now, today.
We probably told him a lesson.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm sure he's out there with whoever he's with now. If he's doing my hand, like open the door.
If you look back and she's still in the car, he's like, oh shit, let me go back and open this door.
Yeah. You told him something.
Not again.
You told him something. That's dope.
Yeah, you did. You told him.
I think that's what it's about, though. Learning and, you know.
Yeah, they gotta feel it.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm too old to be teaching motherfuckers shit. So I don't like that shit. I don't like teaching nobody nothing. So for me, if you don't do anything I don't like, I'm over
What I
it.
gotta tell you?
I don't like that at all. Like, at all.
Like, how you
At all.
don't
I don't
know
like
this? How you don't know how to be? It's
Yeah, I
Some
want you
things
to.
you may have to teach, not that part, but some.
Nah, I don't want to teach you shit, nigga. Like, let me tell you something. This guy.
But you know what? Some people really gotta teach. They really
What?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So,
really
that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't expect you out of other people. I always try to tell people that, and people do that a lot. You don't know people's experience and upbringing, so you can't expect them to know. They might not know, like you said.
This guy told me, he was talking to me, you know, we were talking on the phone, and then he told me that, like, I
What
don't
he
even
say,
know,
Meeka?
should I do this?
What he say?
Oh my God! I feel like shit now, man. Oh my God.
Look right in the camera as you said, Meeka, like
What he
this.
say?
Zoom in.
This
Tell me,
guy.
girl.
Tell me, girl. Yo, please cut this. This guy told me, and he was younger than me. Like, he was like, but he's in like 30s, and he was like, but he's only been with one person. I'm like, motherfucker, we can't even talk no more. Like, 'cause I definitely don't even want to teach you nothing. Like, that's never gonna happen. So I think
Even in the bedroom, you want to teach somebody like, what you got?
Yo, you better be hooked on phonics.
No, you're
word. He was reading that Reading Rainbow shit. I was not with that shit. I feel bad. I'm sorry, God. Please.
No, God forgive me.
No, don't go bad. It's like you could have just stayed
I
and
felt
just
like-
wrote it out.
Basically, get out there and fuck a little bit more, then come back and holler at me.
No, I don't even want to.
You could have just pretended to.
And then come back and holler at me.
He's like, I don't even know if I should tell you this. And in my head, all I kept thinking,
And I don't know why he told you that.
Wait, I said, you can tell me anything. I really said, you can tell me anything. And then I felt like shit because when he told me, right after dark, right? No, but when he told me, I was like, ooh, you should not have told me that though. Because I don't even want to tell you. Because I really don't even want to talk to you no more. Like, it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
He had a vulnerable moment.
But he was telling me that because of something that was going on in his life or whatever he's got going on. And I was like, but that's not the shit you tell people. Like, keep that to yourself. Like, my nigga. Like, for me, I don't want to hear that. Because for me, like I said, I'm not teaching any, like, the only thing I'm going to do be like, keep going. Like, I'm not going to tell you, oh, do your tongue like this or act like you're eating like this. I'm not doing that.
That's why I don't talk about it. I don't talk about
I'm not doing that.
like what I can do, what I can't do, and all that stuff because it's like, listen, I'm not even gonna make no promises because if it ain't hitting on nothing,
Yeah, I'm out. I'm really quick. So I just posted today that like guys are not even giving women butterflies anymore, and they're giving you like heartache and shit like that. And I was like, they're not giving me anxiety or heartache anymore because I'm quick to be like out. I'm out. I don't think I give people enough time actually either. So I actually may just be like, that might be a flaw of mine too. I don't give people enough time. But with all that,
Why you don't get him time?
right?
just because. You gotta show me something quick. Like I'm fast out from New York, baby.
No,
I'm from
let's
New York
say
City.
it's part of the Instagram era where everything gotta be right
No,
now.
I'm not from the Instagram or whatever. For sure I'm not. But I just definitely feel like you gotta show me something early. So I even was talking to somebody that like came back, and you know I never do that. I don't like that backward shit ever because I stopped talking to you for a reason. And I was talking to somebody, and I was like, oh, now I remember why I stopped talking to you.
No.
But you never talked to somebody like before, and then you feel like, okay, we get along better this time around.
Nope. Cause I don't even give you enough time.
Nah.
Like I don't like that. I don't like that.
You don't
So
double
when you
back?
break up with somebody, you're not friends with them no more either?
No, we cool.
Okay.
Meeka, you don't double back?
I don't like that.
I've only done it
I don't like
once.
that. I don't like it. I just feel like
I've done it
if
twice.
it ain't work, they ain't work. Like nigga, it don't work.
I've done it once.
But, okay,
I've done it
But
twice.
I did. No, so I did.
Double back.
I did
Double
double
back on relationships.
No. So, okay, for that. Okay. So that's what happened. So a couple months back, well not even a couple, a few months back, I did double back to somebody, and I was like, it was cool. But then I was like, now I remember why I don't fuck with you though, because you're like.
I went on a date.
Whatever I guess, I double backed on her one time.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, so
But that's different. That's not a double back. I feel like
That's
y'all
a double
stay
back.
cool.
We broke
Y'all
up.
stay.
That's why I asked you, do you stay cool with these people? So, yeah.
But I'm saying, but you
I don't
say,
stay cool with the people.
but no, but you say you have like a short attention span when it comes, like if they don't show it quick, if they don't show
I do. Yeah, I have a shirt.
So,
Yeah, for sure.
but I'm saying, what if you didn't give them enough time? What if they're trying to warm up to you? What if they don't know how you move?
That
so they're
warm
trying
up
to-
shit is like
But
played
I'm
out.
saying, but what if they don't know how you move? So they're just like, let me see, and you're just like, nah, too late, you too long.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm very.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm transparent. So like, if you show me something and I don't,
Transparent and like.
meaning like, if you show me something and I don't show you something back, then it ain't there.
That ain't transparent.
Yeah, that means I'm like, if you show me something, I'm gonna show you something back.
Yeah, you gonna leave. Like, you ain't being like.
Well, that's transparent. And I'm not.
I feel like
If I
you
ain't-
gonna say something
Yeah,
like.
if I'm out, like, oh wait, time out.
That ain't transparent.
Wait, Ghoster, I forgot to tell you that the Ghoster DM'd me and said he missed me. I said, miss what, nigga? Like, I never even talked to you like that. Like, that was weird. The guy that I was talking about, well, Ghosting. But that's sidebar. That's like weird.
That's not transparency.
No, I'm not transparent with.
You're not transparent with whoever you're talking about either. That ain't
It's like a
transparent.
conversation.
Right,
No, I am transparent. I feel like I tell people if I like them or not.
keyword, I feel like.
Maybe I'm not.
Right.
I feel like I'm easy to read though. That's what I feel like. That's what I mean
Maybe you're not.
when I say transparent. I feel like I'm easy to read.
But okay.
Because you know what you want. They trying to figure it out still.
I don't know.
I told this guy the other day.
Minty be understanding me. We know what the
Right,
fuck
I
we
know.
talk about.
Let me tell you why.
Right,
I'm
miss?
gonna tell you why. We're just talking. And he asked me to bring him some lunch to work. Right?
Bye. Nigga, bye.
Listen.
Who that?
Because he
that's James.
He did like a 12-hour shift. You know, I can't leave right now. We short-staffed. He work at a hospital. Okay, cool.
I know you lying.
Look,
Go on the podcast.
and,
I'll call you back.
Sorry.
and I bought him food. I left my house an hour early so that I could pick up the food because it takes a while.
that was sweet.
to pick
Go
up. I got
Miss.
it in time, right? Boom, bam. The other day, right? I let my sister take the car to work, so I got two little niece, and he had a little time before work, and I said, hey, can you bring me some food? I don't have my car. And he was like, I got a couple errands, so I don't think I could do it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they got
I
to
said,
Uber
okay.
Eats.
I said, no, he was like, I'll Uber Eats you some food. But I didn't care. I could have did it myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for that, I stopped talking to him.
Well, I feel like he offered a solution.
I feel you, miss.
He
No,
offered
fuck
a
that.
solution.
I can do it for you. You can do it for me.
I could have told him to Uber Eats and I would pay for it.
Thank you.
get it?
She could have Uber Eats his ass something.
Right.
She didn't. She took her
He
time.
was at work or something, right?
Yes, but
She was
busy
at work,
too.
but I could have said, hey, I could
Uber
Uber
Eats you
I left
something.
an hour early.
No, I'm saying, but he was still at work when you needed him to do it back, right?
No, he was talking about he busy.
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he was like, I got a couple errands to run. I don't think I can
Yeah,
do
he
it.
wrong.
But
When
I
he was
can
playing
Uber
Call of
Eats
Duty.
you.
All right, well,
I
maybe
was-
he probably felt like you was hungry right now. He like, well, let me just Uber. He probably felt like the Uber Eats to get there first, so it's like, let me just Uber Eats it then.
Nah, he was wrong.
I don't like that. He was
Nah, he
wrong.
wrong.
Straight up, he was wrong.
Because if she,
I don't like that
she
either.
went out of her way-
I
she went
really went out of my way.
Yeah,
I
she
could
went
have
out of
just
her way to do
said, and he wanted something specific. He wanted 5 guys. I don't care. Yeah, because their meat is cooked right
Yeah, right there,
But that's on Uber
It
Eats
takes
too.
time. It is, right? And it was
was on his side where he worked, so I left an hour early so that he can have it in time so that he can eat. You know?
Good girl. See, that's why I
So,
don't fuck with you.
yeah,
You wasn't
yeah.
busy though, right?
On my
But
dime.
y'all be letting like
On
something
my
little.
dime.
But you wasn't busy though, right?
I do. I'm definitely let a little shit.
I
fuck me
had
up.
my niece.
She was at work. Didn't you say you was working?
He was
She
at
left
work.
an hour early from work.
No,
You said
No.
She
So
left an hour
listen.
earlier than she had
It
to.
was a question. I said, did
And
you
I
say
said
that?
no.
Okay, well, I was Mincy.
No, I wasn't busy.
But he
Even
was.
if I was, I would have made the time. Cause that's the type of person.
Cause that's the type of bitch
It
she
really
is.
is the type of person that I am.
But this is what I try to
If
keep
could
saying
do it,
again.
I would do it.
If
But
Stop
I can't
expecting
expect
you
me out of him.
from other people.
So, with that being said, I stopped talking to him because
But
As
I
you
don't.
should.
No, I don't feel like there's a reason to cut somebody off.
You
Though.
already had something to do.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I agree with you.
Cause we don't know the importance of what he had to
That's
do
what I'm
either.
saying.
He an errand run. He would have told her to do
Man,
something
man,
important.
Man is meant to talk every day, all day. If he ain't work, he's with his daughter. If he ain't with his
But we don't know the
He
importance.
ain't had to go pick his mother up. It wasn't nothing important.
He never expected. He never
He
expected it.
was at the mall.
At the mall.
He was at the mall.
Matter of fact, he was
I
at
think she just threw that out there. I
No,
think she just threw out there. He was at the mall now.
No, they're having something in Arizona or whatever. He's shopping. He's getting his stuff ready for the weekend. And that was the only time he probably had, to get all his stuff together because they have different things or whatever during the weekend. So you gotta get a jersey. You gotta get something.
So all you trying to do is kill two birds with one stone. Is get his stuff done and still get you food.
And he could have still bought my food on the way to work.
Now you would have been mad if it's been late, and then he still go to work. You would have been mad though, like damn, it took
It wouldn't
forever.
have been out the way. I wouldn't have sent him out the way. I just feel
think-
I
like.
feel you, Mincy.
It
Fuck
wasn't-
everybody else.
Yeah,
I
like
feel
I
you,
just feel
Mincy.
like he could have did it, but he just didn't want to.
He didn't. No, he could have did it. It's not that he didn't want to. It wasn't his priority. The other things he had to do for the weekend.
No, it
was a
could have
priority.
been. I don't want her waiting too long while I run these errands, so let me just order the Uber Eats for her, so that'll
And
get
you
there
know
by the
what?
time.
He felt convicted. Let me tell you why. Because I didn't say anything when he said no, he can't do it. Because it was final when he told me. It was just kind of like, nah, I can't do that. And then he kind of ran it back with, I got a couple errands to run, that's why I can't do it. And I said, okay.
He
And
said no,
then,
exactly.
that's what he said
Exactly,
at first.
Tia.
And then he turned around and said,
That's
I
it.
had a couple errands. And then I was like, okay, that's fine, no worries, right?
Yeah.
Boom. I got a text message from him saying, I'm sorry, I couldn't bring you any food. So he felt some type of way. He felt like he could have did it.
Cause he knew you felt away.
Yeah,
I didn't say
No, he
anything.
came back because he knew you felt like
I
some
didn't
kind of
say
way. He didn't want to lose
I
He
you.
could tell by
Yeah, your reaction.
your
Yeah.
reaction.
No, all I said was, okay, cool, that's
But
all
then
right.
there was no conversation probably after. He know what that meant. Yeah, yeah. I'm with that man.
After he said no, whatever, we still like
That
carried
okay
our
hurt.
That
conversation.
cool is kind of
We still carried our conversation, but I still knew that I wasn't gonna talk to him anymore.
I
But
definitely would
I
have told
wasn't
him.
like mean or rude to him. I carried the conversation or whatever. I was like, okay, well, hit me up
Y'all be
later.
cutting shit off quick.
Because and like you said, we shouldn't expect us from other people, but if we're gonna be really down for somebody, we should expect what we would do for someone else.
Sometimes you have to
Yeah.
teach people how to
Because
treat you. But y'all don't even do that because y'all cut it off so quick.
But this was y'all.
I told
I'm
him.
definitely
I told him today.
Yeah.
I
If I
told
have
him
my day
today.
planned out, do something exactly, then something comes up and you say something, well, I gotta do this, but I can do this.
I told him today.
I'm trying to
When he
compromise.
asked why he didn't hear from me, I said, I really did feel some type of way about it. I said I felt some type of way about it because
Communication
is
key.
It's better that you said that. I would have
Right.
said shit.
I
I would have ignored that
I would
motherfucker.
not
Communication is
have waited
key.
for you. And
I
I
definitely
felt like
would've,
it
for
wasn't
sure.
reciprocated. I understand if you had things to do and you couldn't make it, but I feel like you really could and you felt convicted because you felt like you did have time to do it and you did it. And you probably feel like, damn, I could have did that or whatever.
What was
Whatever.
his
You know what I mean?
response?
He apologized. He did.
I hate when people feel like sorry fixes everything.
He was like, yeah. He was just like, he was like, I'm
Meeka.
sorry. I'm sorry that I didn't
Not
come
being a
through
bad
for you,
influence.
but I was so far removed from it because it was just like, ew. Like I felt like
She
I was
deserved
going
better.
to it.
Fuck him.
Like if I didn't think
I
like,
feel like a motherfucker can
what
make
if
one
I had-
mistake that y'all be
I
like,
had
oh
a baby
shit.
and I said the baby needs pampers and he said I got errands to run. I be feeling like it's just that important.
Honestly, you not talking talking to him is one thing. I might have maybe put him in a category and just not answer right away, but I am quick to like be. I ain't gonna lie. I probably
Maybe I'm
talk to him
not.
no more. I
Maybe
ain't
I'm
gonna
the
lie.
problem. You know. Maybe. You know what? I ain't the fucking problem. He should have just did it, and we would have still been talking. We would have still been vibing. You know, he probably.
You still have feelings for him?
Clearly.
I like that.
So why you
when
let
she
something
leave,
like
man?
this? But you let this something that small.
I've let shit like that.
It was, yeah.
Nah, she feels some
It was.
Remember the warrant? I let shit like that.
You feel like you was doing something else, like
No. When you go out your way for somebody and they don't show the same energy.
Yeah, and thank you, Betsy.
But that's one time.
One time.
My mind was.
So what?
Oh no! The first time. That was the second
Oh, that
time.
was not the first?
Let me tell you the first time. No,
She
the
keeping
first
it real
time.
now.
No, the first time. No. This was another thing. So the first time, I said, hey, because he was on his way, and I said, hey, can you stop and grab me some food? He was like, what you want?
What?
But he got it? But he didn't get it?
What?
Got it,
What happened?
but I didn't say anything.
You ain't like,
I didn't.
Why did he do all that though?
I didn't say
At that
anything.
point,
I just told him what I wanted. I just said, hey, I want some pollo tropical. It's on the way. He got, it was on the way.
I'm sick of this nigga.
I honestly didn't want to even. I didn't want him to do anything for me anymore when he did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn.
It was like a burden.
I'm right off 441. I mean, what do you have there? You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, where
I
are
feel you,
you?
man.
All right, they gonna pour a tropical right there.
He got
Give
extra.
me some chicken. So he was like, what you want? And I was like, you know what? Give me the quarter chicken with the rice and beans or whatever. And he bought it, and you know that was that. But that on top of him not coming through the second time, I called him out on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for
I don't
me,
like shit
it
like
was
that.
just like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
But listen, Mincy.
Because that just tells it just makes me feel like you don't even like me enough.
Mincy,
you not even
listen.
hungry enough.
I wanna preface this with please don't
I
listen to
didn't
me.
enjoy it because it was over.
Because a lot of people I was saying like don't listen to me. I'm very hard on people. Like, don't listen to me because I've been married. I've been like I've had all that. Like, a lot of people want to get married and do all that. Don't listen to me because it might hold you back. All right? Like, it might hold you back from your plans and shit. No, I'm saying like, don't listen to my ass because
I listen to your stories and I be like, damn, I see myself in you because it be a lot of things that I be like, okay, don't do that.
Because y'all do be agreeing a lot.
no, we do agree, and we do. No, I meet a lot of great people. I just don't like them. So that's not.
No, they be nice at first. You like them.
I meet great people.
You know, something
great
about
people.
them that made me feel like.
But I feel like y'all meet people and then y'all find like something and then y'all hold on to that little thing and it's like a rap. And it's like,
I feel like y'all
coach them through it or
Wait, well,
something.
hold on. Time out, because you know what? Your ass called me out the other day too. Dr. Tasha, a
This
regular
is
on
the
the
person
show.
that had that stalker lady. Or
Yes, okay, yes, he has a stalker. Yes, he has a stalker. But wait, no. So I will say this. So I invited Val and all of them to Tasha's drive-by therapy. And the topic was like kind of crazy. It was about like toxic femininity and toxic masculinity, like femininity for the men, like toxic, skinny jeans, sorry, Valentine. That's what they were talking about. Like, I was like,
Oh, at the show?
at the show, he went like this with his fucking finger, his big ass finger, and he pointed at me and I said, guys, I know him, okay. Like, it was weird, it felt weird, and I was like, I know myself, I feel attacked right now. I did, but I've changed my ways, so I don't even understand why he was pointing at me. So like, let's talk about that.
Hey, wait, explain more though. Like, yeah, explain the subject.
No, because I felt attacked too that day. I meant to say that.
He was talking about how rough females talk. I'm just saying, you from New York, right?
Okay.
Okay, and I had already said that.
That's it. That's all.
Oh, how rough females can talk to men?
We do.
That was, yes, we had already established that. And I said that the way we talk doesn't necessarily,
Correlate to how y'all feel?
yeah, because I was like, I'm really sweet, and I was like, you might do a lot of things. I'm like, thanks, nigga. Like, I might say something, that's my nigga. Like, I love that nigga. Like, I might say something really like different, but that's yeah, but it might come off different, right? But I was saying that I didn't like what they were saying there. I was like, this is for like some down south people. Like I didn't feel the vibe, right? And he pointed like with his big ass finger at my fucking face from like 2 tables up, and I didn't like that. And I was saying, I already established and I already said I used to be very aggressive. I'm not anymore. I'm reformed. What the fuck are you laughing?
When that happened? When you feel
When did that happen?
You feel guilty?
Anyway, we gonna move on because I don't like the way y'all talking to me right now. Because I really have
You're so aggressive in here, so like you ain't gonna do it.
I have not been. Who said exactly? Who said that? You? You're my friend. You're my friend. Listen, let me tell you something. You know what's so crazy? I'm not even gonna.
No.
They love it here. Niggas love it here. Let me tell you
That's
that.
okay.
Because I'm a sweet person. I'm actually very sweet. I am, right? I am a very sweet person, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, James. Fuck you. I thought we were here.
You're the sweetest person I know. Nah, okay.
You one of my favorite people, not anymore. But no, seriously. I don't even understand where this hate is coming from. Because I've been
The hate or
really
truth? Yeah, I gotta know the difference between hate and the truth.
No, seriously, the hate, because I don't even mean to
What do you
divert
mean?
away from what we talking about. Because I really feel like I've been very nice. Hey.
You being nice now, shit. You gotta be honest.
You know, forget it. Let's move on. Anyway, fucking move on. Go ahead, Missy, because I thought it, anyway.
You know, I've been trying to give
Y'all ain't
chances
shit.
because I hear what y'all say, especially Mac, and be like, like maybe you need to, relax, maybe.
Because y'all looking for the perfect person, y'all allow one thing to just like eliminate everything. It's like you like the person. It's like nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So if that's their flaw, help them fix it. But you're not just staying around long enough to help them fix it because they're like, I don't like this, I'm out. It's like y'all bailing too quick, and this is why marriages ain't lasting because people aren't sticking around to kind of make things work. It's like the minute you see one little small thing that you didn't bring me no food,
I lasted
I'm out.
for a long
See,
time,
stuff
guys.
like that, it sits in the
that's
background.
not.
Things like that, it
I ain't
sits
talking
in the
about you, I'm
back
just
of
talking
my
about
head,
general.
and that's when before I go to, I be like, okay. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
a baby.
But you see how
I'm trying to hold back.
But you see how you communicated with him after the fact,
Yeah.
but you already made your mind up that you was done. You should have communicated that the first time it happened. Because every time you let something happen, it get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you waited till, and then at that point you made your mind up like, I'm done.
I think Mincy's mindset, because if we think alike, so I think her mindset, you should have known, like, at this point, I would have.
And I keep telling y'all can't tell another human being who
Like,
didn't grow with y'all what they should have known. You can't tell somebody what they should have known. Everybody has different life experiences, upbringings, so you can never say what somebody should have known. You know for a reason. They may not know for a different reason. So you can't say you should have known.
I feel like females have a test sheet when they're with somebody, right?
A what?
A test sheet.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do. You have a checklist.
Not me, I don't. I definitely don't check.
I don't go checking boxes.
I don't.
I just want you to just treat me good.
I don't do that.
It's really.
100%, I know I don't do
It's
that.
really final. Just treat me good. I would treat you
Yeah, treat me,
amazing. I try not to ever say no. You know what I mean? Even if we're courting, I try not to ever tell him no. That's my last resort. You know what I mean? Just be that. You know what I mean? Give me that.
I'm the same way. Like I wanna.
It's not really that hard. Like, just kind of throw me at the top a little bit.
Maybe
your
people do
priority
make mistakes. I can see that.
and you can get more out of it.
We all make mistakes. She was like, maybe people do make mistakes. We all make mistakes.
I don't make mistakes anymore.
Oh my God, we all make
That's the
mistakes.
Leo right there.
I Okay? No, he had some years of making mistakes left, okay? But I used to make mistakes. I used to.
And you'll make a couple more.
I'm good. I'm not making mistakes. I know what it is. I treat people, you know how people say, oh, treat.
Then how you want to be treated?
No, I treat you good, period. I'm not that person that treats you the way I want to be treated, then I treat you how you treat me. No. I just treat you good, and then if you show me something, I'm out. Like, I'm out. And so I had this discussion in New York. What?
What if your good ain't his good?
Oh, clap. Can we get a golf clap?
Nah, my good is just good.
My goodness is great. My goodness is phenomenal.
Y'all may have different standards. You don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure my standards are way higher.
And what if they're not?
Because I know mine are.
Because after you talk to them and get to know them and you talk about their past and everything, you be like,
exactly.
Oh, wow, like,
you know you ain't used to shit, nigga. Like this girl ain't never make you breakfast.
Like,
This ain't nothing. This ain't nothing.
And
Oh,
he just telling you that.
that's detail.
that's probably something you do.
Who would tell me that dumb shit? Like that's what I'm saying. Like
That is nothing to just
I don't need a self-esteem booster. Clearly,
If we're having a
like,
discussion
good.
about something, why would you sit up there and fabricate something
Exactly.
to make it seem like
Something
something
make
like
y'all
who
feel
does
good.
that? If you're talking about your past, it's your past.
Exactly, it's
You
your
know what I mean?
past.
Why fabric- So you just talking right now.
So they're like, damn, nobody ever made breakfast.
Nah. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when you saying it before. I'm not doing shit on the phone. I'm not doing shit before anything happens. I'm saying when you're talking to us, that's the first thing, a conversation. And you're saying all these things that, people and I'm like, damn, that's the basics, like little shit. Not even like just little shit.
Just little things, you know.
That's basic. Wow.
Bringing him
y'all feel
food.
good when y'all feel like y'all the only one that
Like you
did it.
said,
He could have done that himself, you know. And I just feel so dumb, but you know, I did it or whatever.
feel dumb.
Just to.
And that's another thing. I don't think you should ever feel dumb. That's another thing that we as women, or
Like,
even
am I
men
doing
too.
too much? Am I
Men
doing
too.
too much too soon?
Men
Like, should I just tone
get
it
into
down?
this too. I don't feel that women or men should feel dumb. I feel like stay a good person,
Right.
say whatever, and then that just wasn't the one that was meant to get all your goodness. That's what it is.
But the thing is, I don't say like you can't say stay a good person because I don't feel like he did anything really bad. Like,
But we don't know. Not with that one. I'm saying in general when she's talking about the things that she's
honestly,
done.
it really wasn't that bad. I just be trying to catch it at the forefront and just like eliminate that.
Birthday girl.
You know, like I just be trying to. Okay, I see signs or whatever. Let me just chill. Let me back off. Let me. You know what I mean?
but where's the communication at though? Y'all so quick to chill. Where's the communication at?
I mean, we talk all the time, but it's just the
But when you don't like something,
behind it.
like I feel like when you don't like something, just address it.
Yeah, moving forward, you know, probably not moving forward with that one, but moving forward, I agree.
Just express how you feel.
Yeah, being more vocal, using my
And
words.
then that'll make them be like, oh, I wasn't
saying,
aware of that.
Hey, what
Right.
happened, you know? But he was apologetic after I said what I had to say about it, you know, but I just still feel like that's the person that he is. Whether he apologized for it or not, that's just the person that he
Or
is.
he could have been the person that you was helping build up to teach things to that he didn't know any better.
So dating your
How old is
potential.
he?
So
How
back
old
to
is
the
he?
question, right?
Mincy,
It
how old is
doesn't matter.
he? How old is he, Mincy?
Answer the
He's
question.
36.
I ain't teaching you shit.
I always date up.
You're a grown ass man.
You know you can meet somebody who can teach you some things too. And
I love that. I love it.
But you love it, so why can't he love it?
I'm not into that shit. But
So you being selfish.
yeah, you know what? Somebody just told me something the other day. I forgot to tell you. I was gonna bring that up today.
Selfish.
No.
That's the word I said. You said, you know what?
And I was like, oh, that below, because somebody told me something. I forgot what it was, but whatever. Anywho. Mincy, yeah, fuck him. We too old to be teaching niggas shit. I'm not gonna lie. I swear I feel.
Wait, I have a question. So do you feel like if you saw other qualities in him that you were attracted to?
I'm talking about basic shit though. I'm sorry, guys.
Like if you saw other qualities in him that you were attracted to and that you saw like potential in for the long run, would you have overlooked the little
Hell no.
incident?
No, she said it already though. She said it no, but she said it already. She said she liked a lot of things about him. It was just that turn her off.
Oh, okay.
But he's saying that she wouldn't overlook it.
She said no, she wouldn't.
No, I really did like him. We got to that point.
Right.
But she overlooked it.
She didn't overlook it.
But when
that happened,
when the first time when the actions come into play,
That's
because
what
we're
I'm
just
saying.
talking. Now
She
the
didn't
actions
overlook
are
it.
coming into play. I said, well, let me ask him to
No.
bring me some food. Since
She
he's
didn't
on the
overlook
way.
it. She liked a lot of things about him, but that turned her off.
Yes, I'm saying. Oh, so we saying didn't overlook different things. You say
Like,
she didn't overlook
she's basically
one thing. I'm
asking,
saying
like,
she
is
didn't
there
overlook the
other
bad
things
things.
about him that trump?
Yeah.
What
There's other
he's
things about him
done?
that you liked, however, that thing right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say she didn't overlook the bad thing. I'm saying she didn't overlook the good things. I'm saying the other thing.
Well, you're not gonna overlook the good things.
No.
I thought she did.
He got some good qualities about him. I just think that that type of person I don't want to be with.
Me either.
From that.
Yeah.
I
don't wanna be
with a
person that tells me no and then turns around and say I'm
But
sorry.
I just think that because
I was busy.
I don't know. I just feel like
It is on your way to work.
I feel like deep down, like we are really good people. So what happens is we feel like we would do so much. We would go out of our way so much for someone.
And it's like I don't want to.
So we just want to know that that person
but
would
I
do
don't
the
know if
same
I'm
for
in a
us.
relationship based off of you couldn't drop me some food off because I dropped you off for
No,
something.
we're just
That's
talking.
right. She's
Like I
saying
said,
like
we're just talking. We're not like working we like each other. We're just talking. And it's just sign. It's just sign. Now me going out of my way
I got a
for him.
question.
Me going out of my way for him. It did impact my decision because I did go out of my way.
Exactly.
For him, you know what
That
I
was
mean?
a very
I can't just
good-
pretend. But as you said, you can't expect you from other people. But it did weigh on my decision to
I
stop
can see
talking
that.
to him.
So once you did that, you already in your mind said, well, let me see if he do it for me.
No.
Oh.
It wasn't
After
no.
the fact.
Let me see if he gonna do
Who does the
anything.
fact? She did it first.
She did it first. So later on,
Yeah,
when he didn't do
that
it,
was
it was like, whoa, but I did this for
Yeah,
you. It was
I
like,
was
damn, you can't even do
That was
that for
just,
me.
Okay.
hey, can you bring me some food? I can't take a break. They're short staffed or whatever. Sure.
So he was
But it
sassy with
wasn't
it.
no.
He was sassy with it though. He was a little sassy like.
Yes.
Wasn't an issue.
He was busy. He had
He
Errands
works in
to
a
run.
hospital. He was really busy, and I get it. You know what I mean?
Somebody had a question though.
So if you ask, it don't matter if he
It was
asked
the
me
gentleman right
if
here.
he wasn't busy. If
I
he
see
could have
Grey's
gotten
Anatomy, though.
himself, I still would have gotten it because he asked me.
Ooh, sit down,
He
nigga.
asked me to do
Don't
it.
get it.
Hey, y'all knew.
Don't get time out,
He
nigga.
asked me to do it, so I was gonna do it. I don't care if he was busy or not. He could have been chilling at home. Hey, can you bring me some food? I would have been like, okay, what do you want?
But you gotta remember, he still offered to send Uber Eats to you.
That ain't none.
So I feel like he still was trying to compensate. Yeah, he's trying to compromise.
We got a question right
Uber
here.
eats me if I don't ask you.
It's not personal food. That's
Hold on, Neff. Your friend had a question.
It's my cousin, by the way.
I'm sorry, your cousin.
I'm just letting you know, what is it that you all want in a man?
Give him a mic. Give him a mic.
Oh.
Like, what is it that you want in a man? Like,
I'm
I'm
not finna do that. We gonna
Yeah,
get all
that was kind of crazy. Yeah. First of all, I wanted to say, like she.
So wait, you're saying we're gonna be here all day? He said the checklist earlier, so I don't know.
No, that check.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Alex, ain't nobody check things.
Okay.
Checklist, Alex.
Like, we don't walk around and be like, okay, he.
I don't do that. There are people that do that.
Because
No, no,
I
I know people that do that.
my whole, you know what I mean? Like my typical standard, even just looking at him.
Yeah, I've
he
tried
has to be a
to
certain
date
way.
out of my type too.
Yeah, I've dated
That shit ain't
outside
work.
of that.
That's
You
because
know?
you ain't wanted to wear, because you feel like I'm just gonna do this because it was suggested.
Yeah, I ain't gonna like. I was like, I'm gonna show Meg.
Right.
I was dating him
That's
for
why you
that.
did it.
You know, I was
What's
dating
that you
for
really
that.
tried?
Like, you know, Nancy, you're
Also-
so used to this type of person.
With the
Date
same
date someone who has a good heart and a good spirit.
So
You know what I mean? Look
Like a
past,
test score, like
those little things. And I challenged myself to that. I dated someone who was like this tall to me.
You're wild.
Yo! But he was so
You're wild.
wrestler.
You're wild. Cause remember that conversation, right?
No, seriously.
Remember that? I can tell somebody to do the same. Like,
You ain't
I
shit.
if I put my heels on.
No, trust me, it was very awkward. It was very like,
It's her.
oh my God, are we gonna kiss now? What
It's
do I
her,
do?
y'all.
How do I do it? It was very weird. But all his good qualities trump that. Like, I didn't care about his height.
What kind of, like, alright, I'm sorry. I want to take a quick 2 seconds. What were the good qualities that trumped the height?
For one, I love the way he talked to me. You know what I mean? It's the way that he talked to me. He was very gentle with me when he talked to me.
I don't like that shit.
When I hear him at work, when he's at work and I be on the phone, he's like, he's on boss mode, you know, he's like, but when he talks to me, he be like, hey, I'm here, what's up? You know, like, he's very calm with me. He be listening to me and shit like that. And we go places and we do things together, and he's not on his phone when he's with me, although he's very busy. He's just giving me that attention that I want, and I love that about him. I just love the way he made me feel.
So the first time you made her talk rough, you
So you miss him, low-key.
No, she just.
And for me, that for me is what I wanted, and I needed
She doesn't
that.
like the rough talk. I like her.
I mean, it's certain.
It depends.
It depends on where we at. Yeah.
So, Mitzi, would you have left him alone had he talked rough to you? Alex wants to know. For future reference, Alex wants to know.
Probably not.
She likes that shit too.
I like a little bit of both, but I
It's a
love
balance.
the attention that he gave me. Like, it was just me when.
So
You know
I think
what I
I
mean?
like that too. I love
But it could
attention.
also be the time in your
I
life
know.
too, because you probably need.
I'm sick of him.
this was
Hey,
like
come for
2
me
months
today.
ago. It's like, you know what I mean? It was 2
No,
months
I
ago.
feel it.
But it was. I just love the attention that he gave me. He'll call me every morning. He'll make sure I'm okay. He'll hit me up at night before you go to bed. He was just consistent.
I love attention. No, I do.
He was attention is everything. Like, we can get attention from everybody else, but if it ain't from that person,
one person, yeah.
it's like
So-
fuck all that other shit. Like,
So a few months back when I was like, I tried to double back or whatever, that was what it was. I was like, ain't enough attention, bro. Like, I can't, I know I can't, yeah. It wasn't enough. Like, I gotta know, like,
yeah,
that I'm gonna do this for somebody that is.
Right.
yeah, he was a
Fucking
gentleman.
me,
He
yeah.
opened doors and stuff. He
They
put my
was a
chair
gentleman, but
out.
I don't like that.
Can we get back to the question he asked though?
Yes. What do y'all want? What do y'all want?
Well, for one, we like attention.
No, then you he asked again.
Yeah, what
No,
do y'all
don't
want?
try to flip it back on us. He asked you a question.
No, I actually, okay, so for
Did you
me,
ask him a question?
for me
So
specifically.
get ready. Okay.
So for me specifically, like, I know that I can give a lot, or I offer a lot. Is that the word? Like, I have a lot to offer, but I want to know that you are in the same position and it will be reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely so I'm rough around the edges. Very far around the edges, 'cause I'm nice. No, but I'm soft in the middle. Like I used to say, like I'm like a little, like a grape, you know, or like a pillow or whatever, soft like a pillow. But I say all that to say that I am like that, and I want to know that
You're like an
other person's
orange.
like that.
You know, it's rough and then you peel it and it's soft and then
Yeah.
orange. Not a damn grape or pillow.
No, I'm saying, okay, so grape or pillow is soft around.
Orange.
I'm not, okay. But I'm not, okay, whatever, I'm an orange, okay, I'm an orange.
I think New York girls are a different type.
So
of
she
women.
is too, she's from the Bronx.
You know, I feel like where we're from, we're a different type of women. It's hard to like understand.
But we would do so much
For you. But it's like.
But y'all talk
But
aggressive.
we're aggressive
So,
as shit.
I remember,
It's just
like, we were
nature.
talking over there in the corner, and I was like, and I just said, I was like, oh, this was like a couple years ago. I was like, I remember I met this dude, and I was like, yo, I'm a whole blessing to you right now. Like, God sent me as a blessing, and you didn't even know how to handle it, so I'm about to be out, like, because I'm not wasting, because I already know, like, I know I'm not wasting it on you.
Yeah, like they don't really deserve you.
100%.
You're not wasting it on me.
And any day, like they know they can't keep up. I don't know. It's just.
But I know for sure I definitely want like a cool ass dude. So for me, we were talking before and I said I like someone that is very secure because I'm outside. I'm outside. And I want them to be outside. Like I like someone that's out too. Because then they understand. And I want them to be what's the word? Confident, of course. Yeah, obviously. But know how to dress. No, is that even a thing? No.
Yeah, you gotta be fly.
I don't want to say we gotta. When you shaking your head, no.
No, he gotta be fly.
We gonna fight.
I like a man who's respectful, someone who can protect me where I feel safe around them.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I mean? Like they'll knock a nigga head off about me. I love a man who's very confident too as well. Like that gives off that, you know, like
that energy. When he walk in the room, it's like okay.
I don't like a man that do too much. I like a man that just chill.
Yeah.
Vibe, you know, like he ain't trying to, you know, be in the camera like
dancing all in the videos.
Like this one right. What's your name?
Just chill and who can let me be myself.
He just roll his eyes. He roll his eyes.
He's so magical.
Shit, he out here though.
He outside. Definitely that guy's outside. There's two of them.
He got 5 girlfriends, right along with you.
All right, Alex. I'm sick of you. I'm so sick of Alex.
It's just
It's the reality of what we are.
They are? And where they at?
and it ain't enough of
them.
niggas to go around.
But that's okay. But that's okay for me because I'm not desperate, so I'm all right. I'll be all right. I'm going to be all right. Huh?
He may be outside and can't get your food.
He gonna give
For her, he can't get her food. He can't come upstairs because my doorman ain't letting that motherfucker up. That's what's happening over here. No, but I definitely fuck him.
And guess what my food?
What?
Trick Daddy. I said I ain't standing in that line. And he bought my food to my house. And he ain't have to. You know what I mean? I was like, Trick, I ain't standing in the line, but I need somebody to bring me some food. I pay them. He was like, where you live at? You know? And I told him. And he bought my food and he cleared it. You know what I mean? It was very simple. He running a business.
Right.
He was busy. You know what I mean?
Even because he's a leader.
Y'all had sex before?
Oh,
No, but he want to have sex clearly. Nigga, please.
Nigga ain't had sex before. You know what I mean? So
that's why he ain't bring that fucking.
what are you talking about? They were both busy, and
it all makes sense now. Minty, it all makes
For you.
sense.
I'm just saying, the nigga would do the most.
What does that have to
If y'all got
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not doing all of that shit for a nigga. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm sorry. I gotta retract my statement.
like I gotta fuck a nigga for him to bring me something?
No, what I'm trying to say is some niggas would do the most for you in that first encounter that y'all haven't had that intimacy.
Me and Buddy never had that intimacy.
Right, but y'all was talking, right?
Yeah.
So it would eventually lead up to it, right?
So you're
But just
saying
that one
if
day,
we
just
had
that
just
one day he was
if
busy.
we had just met and you know and I asked him or whatever, it would have been different.
No, what I'm saying is
From
just that
any-
one
I don't
day
think
he was
it would have
busy, he
been
couldn't bring you
different.
something to eat. He tried to compromise with you and bring you Uber Eats.
I don't like it.
Yeah. I think
like
we kind of
it.
do.
That was OD.
It's okay. It's okay. But guess what? I ended up getting my food at the end of the day. You know what I mean? There's people who really care that I ate. And that's all that matters. People that you never thought that you could depend on and they come through for you. I was just like, how long the line is, you know? And he was like, where you live at?
That's how it be sometimes.
You know? I wasn't expecting it, but I was happy and thankful and grateful for it. But you know, people gonna do what they wanna do.
Now he was knocked out, man.
People
was
are gonna
snoring
do
right
what
there.
they wanna do.
James, go home.
Yo, somebody else.
Who's listening?
Somebody else so I can't see because the light.
Is that Marvell next to him?
That's Marvell?
Marvell's a party animal. That's the problem. He's out too much.
Marvell just cranked up.
I feel like, listen, at the end of the day, Minty, don't let us get caught. Don't let them catch us up in our own shit. We want a good person because we are good people. That's it. Plain and
Very
simple.
simple. They be trying to
They're trying to mix it up. A whole bunch of nonsense. When at the end of the day, I'm sorry, we're just good people.
Yeah.
And like Max said, we really shouldn't, because of the kind of people we are, we shouldn't expect us from other people, but it's hard not to because we want to give all of ourselves to someone and we expect them to do the same for
Like,
us.
I really
But
want
you
to go
gotta teach
hard,
people
but
sometimes how to treat you. You can't always assume they know how already.
I want to go hard.
You gotta teach people how to treat you.
Take trips.
But I don't want to teach nobody how to treat me.
Sometimes you have to, like they don't know. Like,
so wait, okay, so I'm sorry. I want to ask this question right here because I have a lot of people here shaking their heads. We're supposed to be.
Yeah.
We're supposed to treat someone how to treat us.
I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying y'all already expect them to do what y'all think. Because you're not really being like you're not communicating. So in your mind, it's like, well, they should know already. Why should they know? Because you know, like y'all.
No, they
y'all
should know
what
because of
saying.
their age.
Age doesn't mean equal maturity though. Like you don't know what people went through.
It equals common sense.
No, it don't. Common sense ain't common to everybody, Meeka.
It's just seeing that person for who they are without you having to tell them or having to, teach them anything. Just seeing who they are as a person without you telling them anything, and then you go off of who they are without having to.
Now, since you see who they are you willing to help mold them into who you want them to be?
Sometimes no, because
nope.
Honestly, I'm not opposed to that.
It depends on like what.
Right, but you don't even give it a chance. And then when you know food, you're like, I'm out.
I'm open to that, but
it depends.
In that situation, my first mind was telling me stop talking to him, and that was when I said stop it, and he was like, right? That was the first time he was like, what you want? Right? That was already.
I don't like that.
Already shit.
Cause I wouldn't even do that either. I don't want like what you said, baby.
That was sassy though.
Keep saying sassy.
That's the word of the day. I'm sorry. Someone, I'm sorry. What's your cousin's name?
That was the first time, and then I looked past it.
Johnny.
He texted
Johnny.
No, I was on the phone with him.
Oh, he
Somebody said, yeah, Johnny.
He said Johnny. Okay, Johnny, you were saying?
I mean, you gotta tell the person what you want. Like, how you,
Nah,
you can't
that's
expect.
why.
With an
They
attitude.
gonna know.
Hold on. You can't expect a person to love you the way you think you want to be loved. You gotta tell
Okay.
them. Hold on. All right, go ahead. You want
No, I was gonna say, the only thing I was gonna say to that was, I do agree with you that there are different ways to love. So I do agree in the love languages, and I see it. And I know my love languages. I know that people have different ones or the same ones. So I do agree with saying, okay, this is how I like to be loved. But in general, I can tell, even if it's not my love language, when someone is doing the most or their best to try to, impress is not the word that I want to say, but to be that one, you know what I'm saying? So my love language may not be yours, but you can tell when I'm doing the most and I'm trying.
Love.
You get what I'm
Other
saying?
people's experiences also.
Like you don't have to tell me, cause I'm gonna do.
right, but the person may not know.
But other people's experiences too can inflict the way that they love too. Like the things that they've been through in their life, what they think is love, cannot be love to you. Like what
that's very true.
Like love to me is I want you to nurture me. I want you to be kind to me. I
Be
want
like acts of service.
And somebody's gonna be like, well, my thing of love is I want to give you money. I want to do this. I want to do that.
Buy
I
me
don't need
gifts,
that.
baby.
You know what I'm saying? So your version of love is not my version of love. So like, if there's no communication, then it won't.
Here, we're lacking communication here. So I keep going back. I keep saying, instead of communicating, we're just like, nah, we out.
But I think that's different. I think communicating with someone that you're actually like feeling and saying, and that kind of communication actually will happen. That's gonna happen naturally. Like I feel like I have those kind of deep conversations if I actually really talk to somebody.
If you really like the person. If you really
dig in somebody,
you're gonna be like, listen, you
you
do
really
this,
have long conversations.
let's talk about it. I need you to do this, and I
Like
need
fuck
that.
a text. I like FaceTime. I like calls. Like I don't like all that extra, like that dumb stuff. Yeah.
That's too much. You said it's too much.
What?
How?
Oh, see.
Text and call.
Clearly, that's why we're not fucking. Okay. So why we're not? I mean, it wasn't an option. I'm just saying. Yeah, it wasn't like we were. It wasn't like that. Hey, James, I'm sorry. I didn't feel like that. James, I didn't mean it like that. Like,
It was like, damn.
no, I meant it like that's crazy. I meant, first of all, I'm surprised because Leos, I'm a complete freezer.
Hold on.
Clean it up.
Let's stay on
I gotta
topic
clean that up.
though. It was about food though. Like I feel like as a man,
It wasn't about food. It was about doing what
It
you
wasn't-
expected.
It was reciprocating energy.
Yes.
Thank you. Reciprocating energy.
It wasn't about the food.
It was about reciprocating energy.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Because the first time when I asked him and he did bring the food, it was like, what you want? And I should have said something, but I didn't, and I didn't stop talking to him.
Because when she did
It was
it,
Remember I told you, I said small things that keep getting like as you keep going, they get bigger and
So
bigger.
I should have said something, but I didn't stop talking to him. I didn't cut him off. I was like, I had Mac in the back of my head. Let's see, you
Well, Mac would say you should have said something first time.
Hold on.
He said, back out the back of my head.
Being sassy though. He said, like if a nigga say,
No, I did. Because I was talking to somebody that I didn't like for way too long.
I was like, you know what?
All I heard is
Don't
you in
put
the
that
back of
on
my
me.
head. I heard Mac in the back of my head. Meeka, you don't give nice people a chance. That is a good fucking
Okay,
good
that person
guy.
might not be the
And
person.
I was talking, I was like, oh my God, I can't do it no more.
You know,
I just couldn't do it no more.
I was being nice.
Couldn't do it.
I didn't say anything. I was like, okay, so
No
where are you?
más.
Okay, you're over there. You can stop by Pollo. Boom. He complained that the line was so long.
That's a lot.
You know what I mean?
That's a lot.
No, like this is some in between shit.
That's a lot.
And I was just like, well, thank you for bringing my food. I appreciate it. I was very hungry. So that was the first time. I was still talking to him. He should have been cut off and put to the side, you know?
But you gave him a
And
chance.
I gave him a chance. And then when I told him, I said, hey, my sister has my car and I have the baby. Can you bring me some food? He still has to go to work. He has to pass my house to get there. That was another reason. You know what I mean?
But he
It's
had
not-
Aaron.
That's crazy
He
because
might be running
that
late.
baby is her niece. Imagine if that was her child. I would have been mad as fuck.
He had
Like,
errands, but let me tell you why. It was at 12 o'clock. He has to be to work at 2, right? That was
2
enough
hours.
time.
Yeah.
That was enough time for
But
whatever he
Aaron
was
had to
doing.
run, and then it was like, damn, I want to make her wait an hour and a half for the food. So
But he could have said that. He could have been like, hey,
He
like
didn't
I
say
have
that.
so
like.
he gave an ultimatum. He
But
said, I'll do
Yeah, he was like, I'll
That
send you-
shit don't satisfy y'all clearly. Like, okay.
No, but he could have said, hey, I have a lot going on right now.
But when he was
But
like,
He did.
he was like,
Oh.
no. It wasn't like,
She said that.
initially he wasn't like he had errands to run. It was after that because I felt like his no was kind of final. And I was like, it was dead silence. And then he was like, I have a couple errands to run. And I was like, no problem.
I don't like
Handle
that.
your
I
errands.
don't like it.
But in my mind, I'm like, this is probably the last
This is so
conversation. It doesn't even make sense to go in and read you. So let me just, okay, it's cool, it's fine. Hey, Trick, how long the line is? You know, and it's very simple. You know, I still ate. Am I wrong?
And
No,
now you got
In
all-
that case.
I don't think
What's
you're
the
wrong.
point of
I don't
doing
think
it,
they think
No,
you're
I don't
wrong.
think she's wrong
Oh,
because
Let me tell you why.
you went out of your way with no
The pollo
hesitation.
was cooked.
But there was a lot of other good
It was
qualities
very
in this person
dry,
besides that.
dry.
That's
So
what I'm
I
saying,
ate the rice and beans. The rice and beans is good.
So you weren't happy.
But my question was, they had
I
a
was
lot
happy
of
with the food.
other good qualities except that
She chose
Yeah.
the food.
food
She chose the
incident.
restaurant.
And
So
it was
you
a
was
lot. This
willing-
food incident, it's not about the
She can't
food. It
hold
was
the
just a
food.
lot that happened in the
It
midst.
sounded like 2 incidents.
Yeah.
So you was willing to just forget everything.
But she tried though. Yeah.
And that's commendable.
He apologized.
They're not gonna say that to
You
you,
know,
but
I'm
I'm
not
gonna tell
gonna
you
take
that's
away from
commendable.
him apologizing. I felt like he was sincere when he did it, but I had already made up in my mind. Okay, yeah, cut him off. You deserve that.
That's done.
You know what I mean? Like he could have did this,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean. You're settling, and I'm being
Right,
very
you're not
hard on
settling.
myself
That's what-
about not talking to him again, and he noticed that I didn't call or whatever, or he said good
Cause he
morning.
was like, she tripping about it.
I didn't say it bad.
Damn food.
And he
That
called
was
me and I
a
was like,
testy
should I
fail.
pick up? So he called
I
and I
would
didn't
say, yeah.
answer, and then he called again and I answered. And then that's when I told him how I felt about it. And he apologized.
Why took you so long to
told
tell him? Why took you so long to tell him how you felt?
I wasn't gonna tell him.
Why?
But when he called me, of course he felt my energy or whatever. So I was like, you know
What was
what?
holding you back from telling him how you felt?
I was was just like, I'm not gonna talk to him anymore anyway. It doesn't make any sense.
But even the first time it happened, why you didn't say it then?
Yeah, I should have said it then.
What held back?
I don't
What made
know.
you hold back?
I don't know. I was just kind of like in shock at first. I was like, oh, okay, well,
Her emotions.
let me draw back. I don't want to, trigger anything or whatever.
Actually, I think you should work
Still
together
new.
anything.
I like him, and I don't want to make it a big deal. I don't want to turn it into something that it, it could really go left. So let me just chill. I still need to eat, and that was that. I didn't want to drag it. I didn't want to turn
Make it a
me,
big thing.
asking him for food to something so, you know what I mean?
You should have been like, bro, he too sassy.
You wouldn't listen to her.
He was being sassy. Like, why would you say?
Because I could have been like, nigga, I don't need you. I could have went there, but I don't want to be that girl. Like, it's just I don't know. It's just.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
No, we appreciate that story, man. So I feel like you did good. They don't agree with me. These gentlemen don't agree with me in here.
I agree.
But again, don't listen to me because I've been with. No. Don't listen to me. I've been married for years. I was in 18 years. Like, don't listen to me, please. Don't listen to me.
No,
I'm not.
You're used to being treated. Let me tell you something.
But you also gave that man a chance.
I'm used to being treated a certain way. I know how to be treated. How
I'm just saying, don't let me
divert
But we can't say this is bad treatment.
No.
But she gave him a chance.
Right.
But when you've been treated a certain way, it's like you kind of hold that bar. You know what I mean? At least to a level where it's
You're
like.
looking for perfection.
No.
I think she's looking for perfection. I don't think she's looking for perfection. No.
He busted out the first
The man
time.
can bring a meal.
Because
And offered another way to deliver a meal.
The person who set that bar wasn't perfect either. But he set a bar to where I'm like, okay, this is something that each and every person that I talk to got at least hold. You know what I mean? It's not too high, it's not too low. It's like, okay, it's not too much. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't do the bare minimum.
But this relationship.
Because he asked that out of you. So why you can expect that out of him?
Exactly.
Okay, then we didn't do it that time.
Exactly.
What did we do the third time?
Something and I asked you the same question. If you ask me something and I ask you the same question, you tell me,
What happened, Juvie? Before we wrap it up, Juvie has something to say.
Man, he gave a girl an attitude like, what you want though? That's lame as hell, bro. You know that lame as hell. Why would you do something like that?
Juvie has something to say before we wrap it up. Juvie!
Like, why would you say that? Like, he lost the
Like, it's too addressing it that first time. He did address it that first time, then he would have understand that energy.
He wouldn't have did that shit that second time.
Why he did it?
Second time, he would have, kept that energy, that standard that you wanted.
Yeah.
So,
He would already knew it was coming that second time once you addressed that first time. Like,
Yeah, but did you
she don't play about this shit.
when he asked you to get something to eat?
so
Did you ever ask him when he asked you to get something to eat?
I said, what do you
All right, yo, we finna wrap it up.
It's already wrapped.
All right.
But thanks for coming out. We love y'all. It's been a great